streaming. Alright, and announcements. Everyone. Friday, 1K stream. Alright. Cool. Now, I remember I could pop out chat. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I should leave this over here. Let's see. Or actually, no. I'll put it over here. Beep beep bop. Yo, what's up, John Jero? Yo. Let me get this chat nice and big. There we go. Now I can see y'all. What is going on? All right, how's it going? Happy Friday, y'all. Ordered a pizza. CBY Crypto says, hey, what's up? What's up, CBY Crypto? Is everybody ordering pizza? I got my pizza coming. My pizza's gonna be here in around 2:25 PST. I got a nice fat pizza pie getting served up. All right, how's everybody doing today? I'm gonna finish up this plane system for both NPCs and players. At least I'm gonna try to. So let's see. Let's check out this and okay. Let's see. Naming seats. 1. Make seat prefab. Points to empty game object where players / NPC sits. Okay, and then FSM that has that adds it to an array. Alpha Wolf says, hey, what's up, Alpha Wolf? What is going on? You get your pizza? Did you order up that pizza pie? So I've heard there's an overage of COVID-19 vaccines due to the decline of people getting vaccinated. I'm getting vaccinated next week. After this game jam, I'm going to be hopping on that train. Okay, FSM that adds this game object to an array. And then, actually, I'm just going to wing this. I'm not going to do this like that. It's 3 a.m., so no pizza. Oof. Hey, there's no hard and fast rule that you can't have pizza at 3 a.m. Now I'm jealous. I haven't ate pizza in a while. Good reminder. Yeah, it's been a minute for me too. Actually, no, I take that back. I ended up getting a pizza like a little less than a month ago. A few weeks ago, I had a little bit of pizza. Yeah, I cheated. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is get this plane. Okay, this plane's pretty much set up how I want it. Few minor changes here and there, but otherwise looking good. It's right here in the flight manager, airplane. Okay. Now what I think I'm gonna do though is airplane seats, cloner. Gonna take each of these, delete it, so there's only the one left. And honestly, even gonna go ahead and delete these. Let's see. So I'm gonna take one airplane seat. There we go. and gonna delete all that. So we just have one seat. And this one, gonna add in a empty game object. I'm gonna put it right about where I expect the player and NPCs should be sitting. I can always change this. Kind of don't know exactly where they'll be sitting just yet, but that looks all right. Let me see. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, so I'll call this sit here. Oops, sit here. And I'm gonna take this airplane seat and make that shit a prefab, son. Character, no. Environment. Airplane, there we go. Airplane interior. Airplane seat. Boom. It's a wish list item to have more than just one type of airplane. It says, Alpha Wolf says, did you model everything in Blender or something else? I use Cinema 4D. I use Cinema 4D to do all my modeling and texturing. Shadows Light says, congrats on the 1K. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm fucking stoked, man. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be learning Blender, though. I'm almost certain I'm going to be learning Blender. Because, yeah, I thought it would be fun to do maybe sometime later this year, a weekend stream, learn Blender with me stream, where I'm just gonna like totally tear through Blender and make it like second nature and make it just do a bunch of modeling it basically and learn from top to bottom like what all the basics are that I do every single day in Cinema 4D, you know, except how do you do that in Blender? A lot of it I actually already know, or I've known and did it for like a weekend once, but one ear out the other because I haven't touched Blender in a while. So it'll be a refresher more than anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this airplane seat. The thing about this airplane seat is I'm gonna put it in, let me see, I'm gonna create a new empty game object. Oops. Create empty, call it airplane seats, and gonna put this prefab in there, and we're gonna add an FSM component to this airplane seats thing, and instead of going through each and every one of these seats and naming it A1, A2, A3, you know, because like the seats have to be named in like whatever fashion that airplanes normally do it in. You know, they have A and then a number. It's like letter and then number. And the reason I want to do that is because you should be able to look at your ticket and know where you're going to be sitting, even if you automatically get placed there. So that way, if you see somebody else's seat, if you see somebody else's name on a ticket and you see what seat they are, you'll know who is who on a plane if you ever need to identify somebody. So instead of going through and individually naming each seat and doing that a million times, I'm just going to make a simple system that automatically names each of the seats. Gorman Studio says C4D is class, but I can't believe Blender is free. It's so powerful. Yeah, it's crazy. The thing is, if I was rich, I would probably be continuing to use C4D. But I'm not. So, yeah, it's sort of a financial decision. But also, I do love the idea of learning a new piece of software, especially because, yeah, Blender does look really powerful. Alpha Wolf says, I love free and open source stuff. It's amazing. It truly, truly is. Shadows Light says, learning the keybinds makes it fast to do modeling on Blender. Right, that's the big thing, is I have to learn all of the keys. Again, you know, Blender does hold up to its sort of infamy in being one of the least user-friendly pieces of software. But that doesn't mean it's not an effective piece of software. It's just not user-friendly. So if you could wrap your head around its very silly way of operating, and be silly with it, then you could do it. So I feel like I could do that. Did you manage to fix your lighting probes? No. So the thing is, the lighting shit became such a hassle because a lot of it, like, I have to do baking, and a lot of it is really case specific. So I was testing in a small scene environment so it can go quicker. And I kind of got the gist of what I want to do down, but there is still so many really strange fringe cases of just weird lighting anomalies that every time something happened, I had to like learn something new. And so what I really wanted to do is just get it to a place where it looks okay right now, and then figure that out later, like really dial it in at another time. Because right now, like, I mean, it's almost May. What's the date today? The 23rd. So I said I wanted to be in a much more complete stage of this game by the end of May, right? So the end of May is coming. I got a little over a month now to get this game in a playable condition where hopefully at the start of June I can send y'all a link, or not, maybe not everybody, but like I can start sending people links to try playing the game. So I'm looking at beginning of June to kind of get a playable version. That would be nice. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of fat cutting. I'm doing a lot of condensing. And yeah, even the airplane system is different right now than it was before. I totally scrapped everything I did before. You don't choose times anymore. Because it's just, honestly, it's not fun waiting for a flight. There's not so far the game, there isn't enough things to do while you're waiting for a flight. So I made flights come more regularly. Let's see. Oh yeah, getting used to it is kind of hard once you learn it. It's very powerful. Gorman Studio says, hot, that's why I switched. I used the Pirate Bay version, but built a new PC and just went with Blender. But after a while, it becomes just as easy. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be a breeze once I've been working. Tao is approaching your order from Little Caesar. Enjoy your meal. So my pizza should maybe be here soon. Let me see. Oh, they're down the street. Looks like. So I'll be looking over my shoulder, but if you see somebody with a pizza in the doorway back there, let me know. Let's see. Post-processing, when do you think you'll set up a Steam page? I've heard that you should do that as soon as possible to get wish lists. Well, I'll set up a Steam page as soon as I have some good-looking screenshots to be posting. Which hopefully, again, will be soon. Will hopefully be towards the end of May. I think that's when I'll do a lot of the crunching. Yeah. I gotta stay on it, and I have a feeling that what I'm gonna do is like I might be streaming a little less during the weekdays, Monday through Thursday, just so I could really, because you can even see right now, I get caught up talking to y'all, which is fine. I have fun doing it, but I think that's my pizza. But overall, I do need to really buckle down and focus during the week. Just a sec. For Steven?
Yeah.
Okay. And just to make sure, this is weird, I've never done this before, but they did the tipping is online now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks. Fucking brilliant. I ordered some little sleeves. Here, you want to take a look at this really quick? Check it out. Let's see, just webcam, baby. I got that real dirty shit. I got that hella dirty shit. Half of this is pineapple because I like destroying human rights. Got some mushrooms, olives on there. I'm not going to have some just yet. I'm going to let it cool off. Oh man. Food porn stop. Yeah. I'm super stoked on getting that on getting my Steam page set up though. I can't wait to have some dope ass screenshot. Oh man, making a trailer? Are you kidding me? I'm so stoked to make a trailer. Let's see. Pizza's here. I don't really like pineapple pizza myself, but I'm not against it like most people. Yeah, there's a weird hostility that people have against pineapple pizza. It's strange. Somebody must have really hurt their feelings when they were younger. Now I feel for pizza. Pineapple is great, and I don't care who disagrees. Yeah, oh yeah. I got it on half because I'm polarizing like that. I'm supposed to be working on my game tonight, but I'm on Blender making a random low poly scene. Was watching your tutorial and setting up a score system last night. Oh, right on. Right on, right on. Dude, setting up score systems is actually really fun. I don't know who else feels this way, but there's some systems that I geek out and get really excited on, just the logic of it, you know, and really getting like a nice system down. Speaking of which, this is kind of one of them. The one I want to do right now is instead of hand naming all these fucking seats, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, let's see, get child, get next child. Yeah. Airplane seat. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to get the child of this one, and we're going to call this next child. And, you know, we'll have a bunch in here, right? So it's kind of like this. Let's see. Right? Like something like this. Right? So this owner will get the next child. Loop event. We'll have this loop event. Finished event will be fin. And so when it loops, it's going to go right here. Move this up. And I thought about making some type of battle arena ball fighting game using Playmaker. What is that? A battle arena ball fighting game. What's an example of that? I don't know if I know that genre. Call this get next child. And this one will be called name child. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, it gets the next child, and then it get next name. Oops. There's probably some other even better way of doing this. Array get next. Systematic way of doing this. But the way I'm going to do is I'm going to make an array called seat names, and it's going to be a bunch of strings. So I think I want 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There'll be 10 seats on each. So I'll do this one as, ooh, that's interesting. Hold on. Let's see, A1, A2, A3. Picture rolling a ball, but it got crazy weapons. I don't know what that means. Picture rolling a ball, but it got crazy. So you roll the ball. I still don't know what that means. I never played Super Monkey Ball. If that has anything to do with that genre, don't hate me. You know, in fact, that's actually going to go... Can I get Super Monkey Ball on Steam? Super Monkey Ball. I think we talked about that once on stream. Steam? Nice. Banana Blitz HD. Is that good? Mixed reviews. I want to play a good Super Monkey Ball. Pathor says, "Hello, Steven. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm honestly like, I'm a little worried about the deadlines that I've set myself. I think like a big thing is just this world building shit, modeling and texturing. So I think I'm actually going to outsource some work for people to collect textures and reference images for me, because a lot of time, you guys have seen me, I've fucking sat on Google search images just looking for good references and looking for textures. So I think I might outsource that to people. Oh, like an IO game, a .io game. That sounds kind of, that kind of is maybe putting a better image in my head. Yeah, messing around in Playmaker is fun as compared to C#, but that said, I'm still going to learn C# because I want to make a multiplayer game with Mirror, and Playmaker only has Photon. That's interesting. You should probably see if... Have you seen if there's any community actions for Mirror? Gorman Studio says, my game is a strange one. Basically, you drive a bin lorry, a garbage truck for you guys. That's funny. A bin lorry. That is hysterical. And you have to get out and empty bins, trash can. Yes, that's right. As quickly as possible while fighting junkies, guns required. That's kind of funny. That's fucking funny. That's a good one. How incredibly... Where are you from, Gorman Studios? I want to say broadly the UK, right? But like, where are you coming from? Alphabet says, yeah, right now there's a 50% sale on asset source, so maybe you can find good assets. Right. I actually got some fat assets. Fat assets. That's funny. I got some fat Cinti packs recently for some new Playmaker stuff, like official Hutong stuff. Shadows Light says, Unity got a ball rolling tutorial for C#, but I'm planning on changing it into some type of fighting game where each ball's got some type of weapons like cannons, spinning blades on it, so... Okay, that's interesting. My stupid, like, overly literal mind went to, like, how does the gun stay on the ball as it's rolling, but I guess it's a video game, so, like, it could be on it however the fuck it wants. That sounds rad, though. It sounds rad. Okay, so... I think this is still going to work. Actually, yeah, this is still going to work. Okay, so we have A5... No, A4, and then A5... Should it be... AB... There's 10 per row. So the thing is, it should actually be 30. And there's 3 columns. There's 10 per each. So, okay, so we're going to go to, like... We'll do it like this, actually. So it'll be A0, A1, we put caps lock on, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, and A9, and then you have B0, B0, B1, B2. So I just set these up first, and then I never have to write this shit again. B7, B8, B9, I think that's it, right? Yeah, so it goes to C now. C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Am I writing these right? C7, C8, C9, D0, D1, D2, D3, D4. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Hmm? 30? Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, so there's only C's. Right. Okay, cool. Great. I'm a bin lorry driver. Lol, I'm from the UK, but Northern Ireland to be specific. Oh, right on. 4 a.m. starts are not great. Wait, are you say 4 a.m. starts as in you start your workday at 4 a.m. because you're a bin lorry driver, or 4 a.m. starts, is it 4 a.m. over there right now and you're about to do the game jam? Oops. That is my, maybe take a snack. Well, I'm gonna take a little bite of this. Me too, I got a ton of assets. Playmaker, Master Audio by watching your video. Dude, Master Audio is great. UFPS, Easy Save, and a few more. Easy Save? is apparently really good for doing some online shit, which I haven't really. Jean Fabre has been teaching me about networking stuff, and that's been kind of a wild ride. And he was telling me that Easy Save's pretty good for some of that stuff. Also, I'm curious, how do you take backups of your Unity project? I'll show you right now. Check this shit out. This is crazy. Alex turned me onto this. So this is GitHub Desktop, and pretty much every time I'm working in Unity, this list will populate with everything. See, like let's see, airplane seat right here. See, it says airplane seat.prefab. That got added to this list as I was in Unity when I first made this right now. Like that, the moment it did that, it added to this. And so what it'll tell you is like all the changes that you're making to your project, and then you can do this little thing where it's like requires a summary. So you say, okay, like I added blah 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 blah, right? And then you press this little, you could put a description, and then you could press commit to main, and then there'll be a button up here that says it'll push, which is just upload it to your GitHub depository. And oh man, it is the easiest, safest way to be making backups. I pretty much hit that commit to main button at the end of every day, sometimes like a few times. And the beautiful thing is like, it's quick because it's only uploading the things that you've changed. So it goes pretty quick, because usually if you're just changing like where something is or some programming part, you're not like uploading tons of files. The initial upload was long because my project is big, but every time after that, it's solid. So I use this. I was telling Alex I think it'd be a good idea to make a tutorial of how to use this, because it wasn't the most straightforward thing. So that might be coming in the future. Otherwise, if you're not, if you don't want to wait for that, I highly suggest just kind of watching a few YouTube tutorials about how to do GitHub depositories for Unity, because it's very specific for Unity stuff, because there's actually little things that say like which files to ignore uploading and stuff like that. Yeah. Gorman Studio says yes, I start work at 4 a.m. It's 22:30 here. Right, that's 10:30 p.m. It is late. And here it's 3 a.m. Damn, everybody, all of you, everybody's always like zonking out. I feel like you guys only know me. Like for all you know, I'm just like a figment of your imagination, Like you kind of like have these vague dreams before you start falling asleep of like this dude who streams about like a weird spy game. Sorry, that's not me gaslighting you. I exist, I assure you. Oh, GitHub. Yep. Oh, nice. This is so much better than copying the whole project. It is. I know. And Alex was telling me, he was like, you're getting me worried that you don't use GitHub. And I'm like, yeah. It's quicker. It's more space. In fact, it's totally space efficient because I'm not storing any of the shit on my own drive. Yeah. So that's definitely the way to go. Does anybody else have any other questions about like project management, or just honestly any questions? So I can eat another piece of pizza while I answer you. What I was kind of thinking about was like doing a poll on the YouTube channel, not necessarily on Discord, but putting a poll on YouTube, because now that I hit 1K, I could put up like community messages and stuff, and one of the things I can do in that is throw up polls. So I wanted to ask you guys, what sort of tutorial you would like to see, because there's some tutorials out there that people have been, or there's some requests for tutorials out there that people have been making that don't necessarily fit with the sort of like, I don't know, the schedule or the official Hutong tutorials, we have a very specific idea of like the type of things we want to be putting out, and a lot of the things that people request from me are shit we would not be making on the official Hutong channel, or at least if we did, it wouldn't be anytime soon. And so what I'm thinking is like I need to do some on my channel because I can address those things, because there is no, it could just be totally loosey goosey. I could do tutorials about whatever, but if I am going to do one, I'm not going to be doing tutorials very often. Like as you've seen, it's been months and I basically only do devlog stuff. But I still want to be able to put out tutorial stuff because there's a lot out there that I think will be really helpful for you guys, and I'm a very, very strong believer in keeping the community alive and like helping each other out, because man, just like this shit has empowered me so much, just being able to use Playmaker. I want to make sure this shit stays alive, so gotta give back. Chow's Light says, coming soon, Memories of a Spy, summer 2022. Jesus. No. It needs to come out this year. Planned to be released by 15th of June. Oh my god. Elwolf says, for multiplayer, will you have room codes or co-op with a random person, or do you think you'll have multiplayer? So that's the thing, is right now, I'm really trying to finish the single player version. I want to release it with single player, with sort of the prospect of continuing to develop for multiplayer. But what I want to do is I want to like consult with Jean Fabre, and just ask him his opinions on that stuff. Also, honestly, to get genuine like community feedback from kind of like what people think would be good for multiplayer, because multiplayer is a whole fucking endeavor, and I want to make sure that I go in there with a really strong plan. So I like the idea of pushing the single player first, seeing what the community thinks, and kind of like what works for the community, what doesn't, and then of course consult with Jean Fabre to be like what's hard, what's difficult, as far as what can one dude do if he's trying to make a online multiplayer game. But more importantly, something that I was talking about Jean Fabre with was literally the longevity of being able to make online multiplayer games. This is something I have basically never seen talked about, and it was a really good discussion we had, and he was giving me a lot of really awesome insight about sort of like the necessities of having an online multiplayer game. And what do I mean by that? I mean literally, how do you cover your overhead? How do you pay for server costs? Is there a way to make online multiplayer where you don't have to do that? And if so, like, what are the upsides of that and what are the downsides of that? And there's just so many ways to do online multiplayer that, it's just it's a lot to consider as far as like, do I even start going down this road? So that's what I have to do. I have to see if the game performs well, because likely, odds are, Memories of a Spy will only be online multiplayer if it does well enough financially. So we'll see. On Steam, wishlist near you, arcade racing tutorial. That's a good one. Talking about some tutorials. Another thing too is kind of like a lot of people want like the full game tutorial, which I'm kind of down with. Like I was thinking about maybe doing that a stream version. We're kind of horsing around with some stuff like that. With Hutong, the official Playmaker stuff, we're thinking about some like really long form tutorial stuff. So that's, keep an eye out for that stuff. It might be something like that. If as far as like Shadow's Light, when you said an arcade racing tutorial, that's like a whole game, So potentially could do something like that on my channel. I mean, debug console, right? That is top contender right now. The debug console is top contender for like next tutorial to make, and it's such a straightforward thing. I think I haven't made it for a long time because I figured it's an obvious thing. But a lot of people still seem to be a little lost in the weeds about the specificities of how to make something like that. And so I could whip that one up pretty quickly. So odds are that so far that's top contender. I'll just say that. Frank Reynolds says, "How's it going?" What is up, Frank Reynolds? By the way, Frank Reynolds, I just finished watching the last 2 seasons of It's Always Sunny, and man, cried my eyes out at the last episode of the last season, and I can't wait for season 15 this year. I'm making some huge assumption because I don't know if your real name is Frank Reynolds after all, but I figured it's an It's Always Sunny thing. Hacktry says, something is the best game I ever, something with Playmaker. Also, something is awesomely made in Playmaker. Hacktry, can you, well, you guys can't link to that, huh? I'm very skeptical of saying things in another language. So even if that truly is a title of a game, there's a lot of trolls out there. I'm just not going to play ball. So, can't wait for Alex to add the possibility to make custom actions with just Playmaker. That would boost Playmaker functionality. Seriously, it's something him and Jean Fabre have talked about. I don't know how close to fruition it actually is. That's a swear word in Hindi. I guess he's trying to make you say it. See? I knew it. I fucking called it. That's why I didn't say it. My apologies. So, it's going in timeout. Yeah. I have a very strict zero tolerance thing in the chat for shit like that. So bye. Bye. Okay, after I eat this last slice of pizza, I'm gonna finish up these seats. Also, who here is gonna be entering the LD48? Who's gonna be hopping in the game jam tonight? 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's in about 3 hours. With Playmaker. Pathor, are you saying you're going to be joining? I don't think I can do a game jam. I don't have that much experience with Playmaker yet. Maybe. Who knows? You can put your mind to it. Maybe. Mechalina had a good response to entering the game jam. She said she was going to give herself a cap of how many hours to put in. I think she said like 30 hours. She's like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm only going to do 30 hours. I think that is a great way to approach it because a lot of people totally kill themselves doing it. And myself included, by the way. So that could be a mindset you enter with that can maybe relieve some stress and make it a little more approachable. Broken Bones says, hello. What's up, Broken Bones? Shadows Light says, what's the theme about? The theme hasn't been announced yet. The theme will be announced in 3 hours. So when it starts, that's when everybody finds out. What's the timing? So it starts in 3 hours, and it lasts for 48 hours. Real name is Justin. What's up, Justin? I still like calling you Frank, though. The thing is, Frank Reynolds is such a great name. It carries a lot of, like, I don't know. But you fit the way you've spoken about things. Frank Reynolds just already occupies a place in my mind where it's like, oh yeah, the guy making the Prohibition game. Corbin Sue says, I like watching people's devlogs game jams. Yeah, that shit's fun. I can't wait to make one. After this. And I'll have so much footage to pull from because I'll be streaming the entire fucking thing. I wish I would have done that before. One second, I'm just gonna wash my hands. Yeah, devlogs are fun, both to watch and to make. All right, I got the jams playing. Listen to some animals, and let's get this shit sorted. Going to try. It's a good challenge. It's a good challenge. The best thing about it is that it's completely trivial, right? Whether or not you are quote unquote successful, it's about just the fun of it, and you're gonna be successful in some regards, right? It's how you choose to interpret it. Like, look at my games that I've entered into game jams. They're broken as fuck. You guys want to see this really quick? Check it out. Let me show you something. These games right here. So, these are all the games I've put onto itch, right? This one was made for a birthday. You guys know about that one. This one was made for a game jam. You guys know about that one. This one was made for a game jam. Also know about that one. I still haven't made a video about this one. I should make one for that one too. This is also, right, obviously game jam right here. And this one game jam. So basically all of these were done under game jam circumstances. Because even the first one, I did it for my friend's birthday, which was less than a day away, right? I decided to do it the evening before her birthday. So under all these circumstances, this is the first one I made, and this is the most polished one, funnily enough. It actually has a beginning, middle, and end, kind of like everything, like a main menu and a win state and a lose state and all that shit. This one doesn't really have, this one's just like a high score based game. So it's like, here, I'm gonna just, so this one is all like high score based. So you could just start the game and then let's see, it's a first person game. You walk around. I had a little opening cinematic, right? Let's see. I have these little title cards. Those are, by the way, Power Pete, he put those additional title cards on there. That's just part of the video. It's not actually in the game. Put that like car in there. You guys have seen this stuff, but as far as like the functionality, like it mostly functioned, except there are some really broken, janky things in this game. And it also doesn't, and like the design isn't the best either. It was like a lot of shit didn't translate well. A lot of shit was kind of confusing for some people. But overall, I got the gist of the idea done. It took about 48 hours, right? I never done, most of the things in this game I had never done at the time. Like, for example, right, the disco ball? This disco ball right here? I'd never done that. I just kind of like, I had to poke around to figure out how to make that effect, right? So the disco lights actually go on all the game objects in the room. And all this shit, trying to figure out. Never made a disco dance floor like that. It was all completely new experience making this game. But the point that I'm trying to get at is that even though I hadn't done any of these things before, and I had only been working with Playmaker for months. When was this? Updated May 7th, 2020. I started using Playmaker like in March. And I still uploaded it. It's kind of broken, but I still uploaded it. And there was a lot to learn from that. Similarly, Killbook 69,000, you guys have seen that. In that video that I just put out, you should see it if you haven't. That fucking shit was all broken. When the level restarts, the hands totally break. You literally can't play again unless you Alt F4 out of the game. So this game right here is still in that state. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud that this game, when you download it, you hit this download button and you play it, it breaks for sure if you lose and then try again. You literally have to escape the whole game and start it up again to play it. There's a couple other things that are broken about it, but it was good enough, and I still submitted it, and I got feedback. Like if I go here, people say some stuff about it, and they tell you like what was wrong with it. They give you some nice compliments, some nice words, and like that's the thing is like people involved in these game jams, they know what they're expecting. Game jams aren't about becoming some huge overnight success, or like, you know, like everybody going like, oh, you're the greatest game designer in the world, or like some studio going, oh, let's give you all the money in the world to make your next game. Like, it's not about that. It's literally just about like, I think it's in the title. I think the secret key here is like, let me see. I'm trying to find an Urban Dictionary entry really quick. Right here, jamming out. Game jams are about jamming out. When you and your friends hang out, rock out, etc. When a person, preferably a hardcore rocker, gets on stage and totally kicks butt playing guitar or drums. When a person makes peanut butter, okay, that one maybe not. But yeah, you know, hanging out and rocking out with your friends. That's what jamming out is. Like, yo, bro, you want to go jam out? Like, for sure, let's do it. So that's what game jams are about. And when you're rocking out with your friends, like, you know, you're gonna play some sour notes. Not even gonna be perfect. You're not gonna get a record deal signed. Like, you're learning and you're having fun doing the thing that like you're so stoked about. Sorry, so I'm going back to some of these comments that were maybe a few minutes old. Have you released a game on Steam before? I have not. That is the plan with Memories of a Spy. Memories of a Spy, the goal here is to release exclusively on Steam. Alphabook says, looks good, to be honest. I think maybe I saw that comment pop up when I was doing Foxy Bitch, when that was up. Thank you. It's all for the experience gained. Exactly. You know, experience gained is actually the cherry on top, because really what it is like, you should just have fun doing the thing. You know, it's an excuse to. It's an excuse to like doodle. You know, I feel like a lot of people maybe aren't given the quote unquote permission to doodle with games, because games so often are kind of like this complex thing where you have to like think it through, and like it could become a house of cards if it gets really big, especially, you know. But like a little kid who wants to draw can literally just grab a piece of paper and a marker and start drawing things. But that's a very different situation from like an adult trying to make a living, you know, doing graphic design for some company. And somewhere in the middle there, people get really lost in like, oh, when am I allowed to just have fun making this game? Or should I even commit time to doing a thing right now? Or, you know, it's like all these shoulds and really kind of, overthought, very intellectual sort of justifications of like why they should or shouldn't be doing something. When in reality, man, if you just set aside a weekend for a game jam, you're going to be fucking watching TV and playing video games anyway. Like, if you have fun making games, game jams, bro, like, that is just like, that's just permission. That's just your, like, somebody hands you like a little slip that says go nuts, you know? And if you fuck up, who cares? True value, experience, and feedback. Yep, the value of experience and feedback, all the experience gained, all that stuff. It's also a great way to be a part of a fun community. Exactly. See, that's another thing, just as Frank said right now, is like, you saw the, you know, like the comments, like another thing. So like, I don't know if anybody's, let's see. So this is Controlla. I don't know if any of y'all played this one. Oh, this one didn't make it into the game jam. So this has a really sad story behind it. I finished the game in time. And then, God, yeah, I had a lot of fun making this one. I finished this game in time, but the problem was that the last 10 minutes of the game jam, I didn't realize that I had to make it from private to public in order to submit. So the button wasn't letting me submit to the jam. And I was like, why? You know, this fucking, my browser's broken. And I was like, what's going on? And then when it was too late, I realized like, oh, I had to switch from private to public. But yeah, still submitted this game. Why did I bring up this one right now? Oh, because Frank mentioned the being part of a fun community stuff. This one I would have liked to have seen what people thought of, but it kind of just got lost in the subterfuge. And since I missed it, I ended up just taking an extra day on it and like spent the next afternoon polishing some things up, and then I uploaded it. This one is the most atrocious. This one I cringe so fucking hard on. Shadows Light says inventory tutorial, health system tutorial, simple AI tutorial. You know what? Let me write some of this down. I'm gonna make a little. Let's see, YouTube. I'm gonna do a tutorial requests. So, was it debug console? Inventory. I used to actually have a Trello with all this shit on here too. Health system. Oops. And simple AI. I have done a simple AI tutorial. I think a tutorial I'd really like to do is how to do behavior trees. To do like sort of like complex AI. I'm doing a basic zombie shooter using Playmaker for my first game. Oh, that got retracted. I'm doing a basic zombie shooter using Playmaker for my first game. Yeah, actually, man. Oh man. I don't think I'm out of turn when I say that. I don't think there's nothing super spoilery or like, you know, there's no non-disclosure agreements on this one, but like, so I made a Left 4 Dead clone with Playmaker, a pretty solid Left 4 Dead clone. It doesn't have the complexities of Left 4 Dead at this point, but it's set up in a way where like I could just start adding things to it, and I think that's actually on our list of things. I haven't talked to Alex in a minute. I think there was some shit that was happening with some patches recently that he was trying to fix up. But I'm going to talk to him next week and figure out where we're at with that. But the idea was that we're going to like try to put out like a long form stream based thing where like you see me just crank out a Left 4 Dead clone from top to bottom. But the thing is like I want to make it first. You know, over the course of how long it took me. It took me a few days, nearly a week to make. And then I would go on the stream and recreate the final product. So that way I kind of at least had a roadmap, you know? Alpha says, I know, not very unique. I mean, that's, I don't know about you. I don't know what your zombie shooter is like, but I have fun. I had fun making mine, and I think it's a lot of really good experience to make something like that. Like the whole premise itself, there's a lot of really good fundamentals that you have to get through to make something like that. Shadows Light says, I wonder if you could make like a framework using Playmaker which handles everything for you instead of making so much FSM. Well, there's kind of like that. There's templates. You know, people can share templates with each other. And that's pretty much what I intend on doing for future games. That a lot of things I'm making for Memory of a Spy, I want to be able to copy and paste over into other games. So yeah, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put this back over here. This one, the last thing I was just gonna say while this is up, this was super fucking embarrassing because. Oh man, there are multiple videos out there of people playing this on YouTube, and I think there's only 3. 2 are by the same person because this went into 2 game jams. The first time she played, it worked. The game functioned as intended to the degree. It's still really broken. She's playing it, and I'm like, oof, this thing is so weird and broken. But she gets it to work. And then the second time she plays. It was for another jam because I guess she just played them really far apart from each other. But she's like, oh yeah, I remember this game. She's playing it. And, oh man, I feel so bad because it just didn't work for her. She did the right thing, but the game was broken. And so it was misleading. And she thought she might have been doing something wrong when, in fact, she was doing everything right. And my game was just broken. And then this other guy played it. And this other guy spent so much time playing it, trying to beat it. And he couldn't. And I'll tell you what the problem is. So you could see from like the screenshot, right? It's like it's an excerpt from Memories of Spy, so it's only one of the mechanics, right? I was like, okay, this game jam has like zero rules about what you can and can't enter, and you could totally be submitting a game that you're working on. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna make my entry about one of the mechanics from Memories of Spy, which is the photographing stuff. So in this excerpt, the way the camera works is it does a raycast from the camera, and the object that it hits, it checks if that's the right thing or not, right? Because you're supposed to be photographing a person. It gives you a random person, gives you the description, and then you go off and you photograph them. If you do that successfully, it tells you won. If you photograph the wrong person, it tells you you didn't win, whatever. But the problem is that it shoots a fucking raycast out from the center of the camera that you're taking the picture with. So you have to get the person's face right in the center of the camera. So even if they're the biggest thing in frame, if they're off to the right of the center of the camera, if they're basically, it's like, yeah, that's who you're taking a picture of. Like this picture right here, for example, you would guess that the person you're photographing is this guy, right? This person right here. And in reality, if that was the target, you should get a return statement back that says, yes, that is correct. You photographed the right person. But the way this is framed, you see how the crosshairs in the center right here? It would have picked up the car or the windshield game object. And it would have been like, nope, that's not our man. Go try again. And so that's what this guy was dealing with. And it was like, oh. I was cringing, and I was like, I just felt so bad, and it just like, he's spending a lot of time. It was like 20 minutes, or it felt like longer, but I remember he's spending a long time trying to do this. And the thing is, I'm not even gonna go into it, but this is a very broken game. And I even have it here in this update. It says, update after watching some hapless souls wrestle with this janky ass build. The only advice I can offer to milk this demo of any value is photograph their face directly in the center of frame. The raycast, which detects the face, is shooting straight out of the center of the camera, and if it misses the face, it will not register. Poor design, please forgive me. So, the lesson here, the lesson is you will learn lessons playing game jams. All right. Oof. Frank Reynolds says, I have an unfinished jam game I hope to get back to someday. It's an FPS called Cats with Gats. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm very curious to see what that's about. You gotta at least share some pictures of that. See what that's all about. How did you fix it in the main game? So in the main game, I just don't even have that mechanic implemented yet. I built it for that game jam, going like, oh, this is sort of a wish list item. Like, we'll see what that's eventually going to be about. But I have considered some alternatives. So instead of a raycast that shoots directly from the camera, you do a line cast. Show of hands, anybody know what a line cast is? I didn't realize this until much later, but a line cast, or actually if you do raycast 2, I'll just put one in this, in here for a second. Check this out. So if you use raycast 2, you can make a line cast, and a line cast is essentially a raycast from somewhere to somewhere specific. Because raycasts generally are just shot out from a direction, right? Like raycasts are like shooting a bullet. It will just go straight. Or a laser, rather. It'll just go straight out from its exit point. A line cast is more like a person going from point A to point B. I don't know what other analogies to use for that, but yeah, so you could set from where and to where, your end object. And so essentially what those are used for is line of sight. So when you're designing AI stuff, a common technique is to say, is there a line of sight between the enemy and the player? And so it'll draw that line, and if there's something in between you, the line cast will hit something and it'll block it, and it'll be like, that is an unsuccessful line cast. The AI cannot see the player, and so they will do nothing. But if the line cast does have a direct line between the enemy AI and the player, then it'll say that it's successful. And yeah, so that's what a line cast is. And I figured that that's probably a better way to do it, to try doing a line cast for the camera. I can already kind of imagine some scenarios which that wouldn't work so well, but I think that's still good. Because the only times you're using the camera in the game are when you have a target to be photographing, right? So it's like the camera would already know, the camera would know, but not the player, who your target is. And so it would it'll draw that line every time you took a picture. After making Memories Spy, what type of game do you plan on making after it? I don't know. I honestly plan on making an animated miniseries after this. Not a video game. Maybe, I don't know. I might end up jumping into another game after this. I have a lot of game ideas. There's so many I have more game ideas than I have movie ideas these days. And but that being said, there is a movie I really want to make about climate change. And it's it would be like an animated mini-series about climate change, like action adventure type. I already wrote like a lot of it pre-pandemic before I started getting into game development. And so I don't know. Lots of game ideas. Haven't thought about that. Never knew about Linecast. Interesting stuff. Yeah, it's something I wish I would have known about a long time ago. All right, so I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna fucking make these seats get named. All right, so you have these seats, right? They're all children of this airplane seat game object. You get the next child, right? So it picks the first plane seat. Then it gets the name from seat names, and we're gonna set a loop event and a finished event. Okay, so finished goes here. And finished also goes here. I don't think it'll ever end up there. Get next name. So the results, we'll call this next name. And loop event will go down here. And name child, we'll do set name. So it's gonna name the next child, right? That's the seat that we got. And then it's gonna name it the next name. So it grabs the next seat from this list of seats. It gets the next string from this list of strings, right? A0, A1, A2, blah, blah, blah. Those are all seat names. Then it names it, takes those two things, puts them together, sets the name. And then when this is done, it'll loop back to the top. And I like to do this link start. I like to have my links nice and clean. And then you can just call this complete. Starring Steven Scott. That's funny. Oh my, it probably is going to be, I'll do a lot of the voices for sure, actually. I think I'll go to sleep. It's 4 a.m. See ya. Good stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Alpha Wolf. Have a very good night. Get some good rest. Maybe enter the game jam tomorrow. See how you're feeling about it tomorrow. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, so this should name all the seats. So I think the way it would go is if I hit play, these should all get named A1, A2, A3, and A4. Let's see if that works. Those seats, oh my god. Frank, can you DM me on Discord? I would like to speak to you about something, about potentially some type of collaborative thing. There's a lot. This is just to talk. I just want to talk to you about something. If you don't mind, could you message me on Discord? Just say, hey, what's up? It's you. If you don't mind, I have a proposition. I have propositions. Did it work? It did. Cool. A0, A1, A2, A3. Cool. All right. So all the seats get named right. Great. Okay. So, the seats get named. Let me turn off my heater. It's getting warm in this son of a bitch. All right. So I have my little planner right here, right? So it sets the NPC destination airplane, make seat sitting points, name the game objects, right. Okay. Make them a child of some container game object, like seats or something, right? Did that. Use a find child action to get them by name. Okay. You then set them as NPC spawn point. Okay. So I think the way this works then is character, static NPC, ticket associate, right? Get random seat, plane adds passenger. Okay, so update to the plane. So if this is the flight, this flight manager, flight manifest, this is where we want to go. All right, so then flight manifest, this is where it assigns seats to both NPCs and the player. Get some game object, okay, array add, array get random seat string. Okay, great. So let's see, random seat string. Okay. You know what it could be? It could, instead of random seat string, or actually, yeah, it should be that. Okay, so wait, seats. Okay, cool. So we 30, and I'm gonna copy and paste this. Add state, array add, seat names. So if I copy this state, this is kind of a cool way to copy and paste variables between FSMs that I'm not sure it works all the time. I feel like it has worked in the past. It generally, I've never done it on purpose. That's the thing. Okay, so it's like, I made a state and I just put any array action so I could select the array variable that I want to copy and paste, right? So then I copy this state now, and then in this flight manifest, this is where I was just a second ago. If I paste this in, now in my variables, I have seat names. Yep, there they all are. Fucking A. And so I'm gonna call this, I'll call this seat names as well. So I'm gonna copy this, call it old, and then this one, boom, just like that. Get rid of this, yes, delete that, boom. All right, cool. Yep, so now they're all entered for me. However, this still looks a little busted to me. Okay, so it says A0, A1, A2, blah, 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 blah. Copying it one more time. Hopping over to flight manifest, pasting it in, and there it is. A0, A1, 2, okay, cool. Seat names. There we go, nice. That's all I needed. Cool. So it's gonna get this random seat name. It's gonna remove it from there, and then it's gonna send that random seat string back to the ticket associate. The ticket associate now has that random seat name. Let's see. Right? They get the random seat, set the ticket holder, create the ticket. But they don't set the seat name in here, right? So we need to do that. So I'll put a set FSM string right there. We're gonna call this seat name, and it's gonna be set with this one. Random seat string, right? Yep, cool. So now the plane ticket has where they're leaving, where they're going, what their name is, their seat, and that's it. Fucking A. Mr. Chambers. Mr. Chambers. Steven, happy 1K, dude. Hey, how's it going? Thank you. Thank you. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I'm sorry, I'm looking at some shit over here in Discord right now. Okay. Yeah, seriously. How's it going? How you doing? You stoked for this game jam? We're still about little under 3 hours now. About 2.5 hours away. I'm getting stoked. I'm honestly like, this is gonna take up my whole weekend. You know? We'll see how I hang in there. Okay, so we got the plane ticket all set up. Now NPCs, or actually, hold on. Let's go to the static NPC. Let's check out this gate agent. This gate agent gets plane ticket info. Oh. I remember how to do this now. This is one of the most complicated systems, routines that I've built. NPCs that go to the fucking airport to get a plane ticket to go somewhere that they're trying to go. This has been like, whoo, boy, this has been a wild one. Okay, so here we go. Check can board, in route gate warp, and then when it gets to the gate, this is it. So this is where I put them in their seat. Right now, NPCs fucking get all the way to that point. Mr. Chambers says, "Yes, man, gonna hop off work and get to it." Are you at work right now? Are you in the middle of your job, whatever your job is, Mr. Chambers? It's so funny calling you Mr. Chambers, by the way. What is the status on the LD? Because they're gonna announce the game jam. I mean, yeah, they're gonna announce the theme when it starts, right? Huh. Okay. You can call me Josh if you want. Josh. But Mr. Chambers just has such a ring to it. You know? I'll call you Josh here and there. We'll balance it out. It'll be a little bit of give and take. Hey Sam, you can call me Josh. So you have a couple hours to get home and hop to it. Nice. Okay. Let's see. En route to gate warp. Do I have the ticket? You should have a ticket, right? Wait to check in. Get ticket and go. Here we go. Game object. Plane ticket. Okay, brilliant. We have the game object. Okay. Oh. So get FSM string, it's going to be, oops, the plane ticket. And what was it? I already forgot. There's that thing, you know, where it's like the human mind can only hold like, what is it, like 8 things in mind at a time. I'm so constantly aware of that when I'm designing things. I'm always like, how can I design this so I don't have more than like 3 things to consider at any given moment? That like systems can be broken down into chunks that are kind of like done one at a time, you know, like sequentially. So I don't have to like go like, you know, my head doesn't have to spin like it is right now. Yeah, I might be a bit late wrapping up a show that I'm working on. Will hopefully be streamed by 10. Oh, right on. Oh, shit, you're going to be streaming. Oh, shit. You know, I'm going to have your stream open. I'm going to be popping in and out. I'm probably going to be muting your ass so I could be working on my own shit, but it'll still be nice to kind of dip in and see what you're up to. This is exciting. I'm stoked. Just sent you a DM. Think pretty new with Discord. Oh, yeah, Discord is one of the least user-friendly messaging services in the world. Frank Reynolds. Okay, I'll be it. Here we go. Okay. Limo, yeah, don't let me distract you, eh? But also feel free to stop in this weekend and promote your channel. Oh, nice. Yeah, and you too as well. Right back at you. Back at you. I'm gonna be streaming tonight, and I feel like I should probably just do it the entire time, right? Like I shouldn't even be developing this, working on the game jam unless the stream is running. Right? Like I should do the entire time. So yeah. So I'll be dipping in, and you're more than welcome to dip in as well. Okay, so I was about to Frank, I just messaged you back, by the way. Thank you. I'm excited to speak to you. It's going to be after the stream, but yeah, we'll talk very soon. I'm excited to say the least, regardless of where it goes. Okay, so static NPC, interact, gate agent, no plane ticket associate, right? And then the NPC retrieves the plane ticket, random seat string. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Seat name, random seat string. Okay, so it's called seat name because I don't think plane ticket, oops, I don't think there's a string variable in there yet. Variables, nope, there isn't. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new string called seat name. There we go. So now that is ready, and now the NPC can pull from that. Retrieve intel. So here, the variable name is this, and we're going to be storing it as this. So close, right? So that's going to be the seat name. Oh, Christ. I'm 100% going to be watching your stream and seeing how things go. Right on. Right on, right on, right on. This is going to be crazy. You know what this feels like? You know what this feels like a little bit? I want to hold a game jam. If I were to ever hold a game jam, this is how I would do it. I would do it like this thing. Here we go. I would want it to be like this. Copy link address, live stream. This is how it feels right now. This is what entering this jam feels like, and that's what I want my game jams to feel like if I ever hold some. I want to really accentuate that though, you know, almost like require people to wear dirtied up, dusty goggles if they participate. If it wasn't for the crippling anxiety, I'd totally start a devlog. Hide behind something. You know, you could hide behind something. Use some mental trickery. You know, trick yourself. That's what I do. To be fair, I have, you know, whatever honed skills to kind of. I grew up on Newgrounds. Oh, speaking of Newgrounds, if Mr. Chambers is still in here, maybe he could speak a little bit to this. But talking about crippling anxiety and stuff, you know, growing up on Newgrounds was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in regards to my sort of just anxieties in general to putting myself out there. Because people tell you, you suck, you deserve to die, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, blah, 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 right? And Mr. James says, oh, you know I'm Newgrounds. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is that, like, when you grow up around that, because I was submitting Newgrounds movies when I was, like, 10 or 11 or something like that. Maybe 12. I know my first thing that actually got accepted was when I was, like, around 12 years old. But I had been trying for years before that. When I was like 10 years old, I was submitting shit to Newgrounds. But yeah, so that's like a really strong thing, is like to be abused, to just straight up like take the abuse and to like get it over with. But it's also like I was young and was like, oh, everybody talks to each other that way, you know? Everybody talks all this trash. And there's all these people that say, oh, this is the most amazing thing in the world, and you kind of know it's not true either. And I don't know, there was sort of like this thing that growing up on Newgrounds, there's this like extraordinary desensitization to compliments and insults. And I think because of Newgrounds, like I grew up being able to just like, you know, when YouTube came out, I just like constantly was uploading things like short films I was making with my friends. Maybe reading stories in front of the class was another one of those things. But I just feel like Newgrounds was really like, that's the place where is just so aggressive, you know? And the fact that it really was this thing where it's like, when you submit, you know, the blamming process, it's like your shit either gets accepted or blammed. The word itself of like, oh, your Flash got blammed. Too many people gave it zero stars or whatever, you know? Gorman Studio says, I thought about a devlog, but my, oops, hold on, let me move my mouse over here. I thought about a devlog, but my Northern Ireland accent wouldn't go down well. I don't think also Newgrounds was incredible. I made animations for a few years back in the day, and they were terrible. Gorman Studios, Northern Ireland accent or not, I think people would be very charmed by that. I think people would be very charmed by a Northern Ireland accent. I think you're seeing it in the opposite of the reality. I think it would, not only would it go down well, it would be potent for some people. Because you have to remember that, like, a part of the devlog thing is that, like, people like the sort of, the eccentricities or you know, not even eccentricities, but just whatever the unique traits that you bring to it. Because, like, man, there's a lot of people out there that look like they're running the same damn vlog. So literally anything you could do to make your shit different, if it means speaking in your Northern Ireland accent, there you go. I made animations for a few years back in the day, and they were terrible. Oh yeah, same here. I made some really horrific things. I made some very offensive, very politically incorrect, absolutely heinous shit. I wasn't at the peak of that offensive Newgrounds shit, but I was somewhere in between there and like a kind human being. I was a little trashy as a child. It was very real critique and very harsh. NG was like an animation boot camp for me. Yes, animation boot camp. Oh man, I honestly I miss those days so much. It was so there's a part of me that still wants to like make things and submit them to Newgrounds, because like I love the whole process of it, and like how immediate it is, and just like it just feels like it honestly used to feel like kind of how I perceive gambling now. I freaking love Newgrounds. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I have mental health issues, so it's just a bit difficult for me to put my stuff out there. Hey, there's no shame in that, and I hear you loud and clear. That's definitely a real thing. It's not easy for everybody, and I totally hear you on that. Whatever your own pace is what you'll go at, and that's totally fine too. And by the way, I would like to support you in whatever your endeavors are, Frank, because the stuff that you've talked about wanting to make, very few people have like talked about their projects and stuff where I continue to think about it after. Plenty of people tell me about things where it's like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's exciting, and like and it sounds interesting as they're talking about it, because people are like genuinely excited about the things that they're making. But there's only been a handful of things where like throughout my day, or when I'm not on the stream and stuff, where I'm like, there's a few of those projects out there, and the Prohibition one is one of them, where it's like, what is that going to look like? There's even that part of me that goes like, fuck, like why did Frank have to fucking come up with that? Like, I want to do that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where it's just, your idea hit home with me. So like, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I'm very supportive of the things you're doing. I have genuine interest in what you're doing. Mild animations were just cringe. Oh yeah. I bet I would hate for you to have to show anybody your old animations, the same as I would hate to have to show anybody my old animations. Tom Folk would love to have you. Yeah. NG used to throw these parts called Pico Day at the NG office, and they were crazy. I never went to one. I never went to any of those party things. Mr. Chambers, do you know Alan Saunders, Alan the Box? Because he's kind of the only other person I like talk to in real life, like on a normal person-to-person basis. That was like super into Newgrounds, because he's sort of like a cult figure over there. But I feel like I never really get to shoot the shit about Newgrounds with folks. Chrome Studio says, I want to go back to animation, but I just can't face it. Well, I have the equipment and software, but no motivation to do so. The Blender grease pencil is something that still interests me, though. I have the equipment, but software, but yeah, I mean, fuck, man. Animation is one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it's tedious, frame by frame stuff. Maybe do a kind of like how game jams are. Maybe do a collab thing on Newgrounds. You hit up the collab section and just see what people are working on. That's a great way. One of the last times I got myself up and running for animation was I joined a collab on Newgrounds. I didn't finish, but I ended up animating a bunch of stuff, and it was fun. Okay, gotta hop off. Gonna be checking your stream soon, my dude. Cool. And it says I don't think so. I recognize their work. Right on. Yeah, hop on later. Get your work done. Send me the link. I'll be popping in to see what you're up to as well. Oh shit, guys, this fucking pizza. All right. So I got the name of the seat right. So we have the name of the seat, and that thing is. Let's see. It's under the flight, and then airplane, and then airplane seats. I should do this as a template. Flight process, right? Yeah. Make a variable. It's going to be a game object variable. Airplane seats. Oops, forgot. I'm going to call it the same thing that that's called. Right? Flight process. Game object. Paste that in. And I'm going to set it as input. So even though I'm using a template, I could still actually drag scene objects into that shit. I'm gonna drag this in there. Okay. I love drawing on iPad now, way more than my desktop graphics tablet. iPad's getting mad over this. Yo, use fuck, there's a really great app that I was starting to learn for frame-by-frame animation on iPad. I forgot what it's called. But it was like this, originally marketed as like an anime studio kind of thing. But all it is just frame-by-frame software. Okay. So the hierarchy goes like this. It's going to be the city to city, and then flight process FSM. Has this game object where seats are stored. Okay. I think I can remember that. And I do have that, right? Yeah, nice. Okay, I think that's it. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, and then I get FSM game object. I'll be getting the city game object. The FSM name is, nope, not that. It's gonna be this, and then the FSM is gonna be airplane flight process. Right here. And I'm restoring airplane seats as a game object, underscore go. Peggirl says, thanks for the kind words. Every day is a hurdle, but every day I jump it. Right on. Right on, right on. As long as you're still going. That's great. And it's alright to fall down sometimes, too. Dude, I was in a fucking nasty place a handful of times this year. I recently just got off my medication. I was on antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication, which is a weird sort of fence to be sitting on. Sometimes they fight against each other. It's the same. It's one pill, but it's like the effects they change between person to person. And yeah, just gotta get over those hurdles, man. Calipeg? I don't think so. I've got a Cintiq coming my way and can't wait to sculpt with it. Oh shit! Right on. Right on. Dude, Cintiqs. I have a Huion. They're like the cheap Cintiqs. It works good though. It's a good little fucking monitor. Gorman Studio says rough Animator is decent for rough stuff. Obviously, Procreate has some cool features too, but Calibrate is probably the best app so far. Huh? It's been a while because basically the last time I was looking into that stuff was in 2020, like in February 2020. I met the animation team behind Lilo and Stitch, and they definitely gave me a dose of reality. Whoa! Right on. That's crazy. Would you meet them, or was that recently? Mechalina says, here at a party, what's up? Yo, Mechalina. This is my third slice already, yo. Where's your pizza at? Gorman Studio says, Nomad Sculpting app is powerful too, same as Forager, but obviously not as good as desktop-based software. Right. Yo, this shit is bust! Okay. You know what I need to do, though? I'm going to bring wipies over here so I don't have to keep running away. Okay. Gotta start my frozen pizza, get my beer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't know what the age range is on this stream. I know we had an 11-year-old that's been sort of causing a ruckus around on the Discord and in the stream sometimes. Speaking of me just getting off my meds, I had a little bit of cannabis recently. A tiny bit, just a tiny little tokaroo. Yeah, it was it was fun, and I've been wanting to do it again. I have a J sitting in my closet, and it's like, it's embarrassing. I already was like super stingy about my weed when I was, actually smoking, but now I just want to make this one thing last a long time because I know I can get carried away with that shit. And the only reason I stopped, not the only reason I stopped. I was stopping a lot to begin with, and then I got on medications a couple years ago, and then I completely stopped. So it's been tempting just at the idea of like knowing like, oh, I can get back to that. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to ramble about that. Anyone in the chat doing LD? This guy's in the chat. So Chambers is going to be doing it. He was in the chat a few moments ago. Yeah. I'm fucking stoked. Becklin, are you going to stream? Are you going to be streaming during the jam? Okay, and then you do find child. Oops. Find child. And we're going to be searching in airplane seats, game object, and the child name is going to be seat name. Store the result. My seat. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to call it my seat. But then you do another find child. Except this time, this is a bit of, I'm doing a kind of a, I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but my seat, it's going to be called sit here, and then sit here. There we go. Okay. So Agent Warp. Oh my god, this is it. Holy shit. I hope this works. Oh my god, I hope this works. Oh, I need to get positioned. Getting the position of sit here. I'll just save it as destination v3. And then agent warp. Oh, shit. Not because 3/4 of the time will be me watching YouTube tutorials struggling. I think, okay, you just kind of hit the nail on the head, actually, as to why I didn't stream back when I did other game jams. Because that was why. And you'll even see on some of the game jams where I was finally starting to stream, I was still watching a ton of tutorials. That's really funny. That's definitely why. I totally hear you on that. That is definitely why. That's so fucking funny. Yeah. I'm probably going to be doing it all on this one too. I think I'm just going to own it this time. I met them years ago in Orlando. Nice people. Truth be told, I'm a little faded right now. Right on. I was, again, this is such a, like, I don't want to be a bad influence, you know, and there has to be a responsible way of doing this. Like Drunk History, right? Drunk History is this amazing show, but like the thing it propagates is like getting wasted, which is okay. You know, it's kind of like, it's excess in moderation, you know? Excess in moderation, I feel like, is the way to go about it. But it's still kind of, it's just a fucking fine line to walk, right? Because, like, how do you make a show about people getting totally shit-faced drunk without being like, yeah, kids, like, alcoholism, you know? Anyways, but the reason I'm bringing that up is because, like, you're making me think, and I've been thinking a lot. I've just been thinking about weed lately. Like, oh my God. I've been thinking about weed too much lately. And I was like, a faded game jam would be great. And if there isn't already. I feel like, did somebody already do that? Is there a faded game jam? Because 420 was, you know, a few days ago. Or what's the date today? It's the 23rd? Yeah. 420 was a few days ago. And I was like, that would have been a rad game jam to be a part of. Where it's just like, you know, you see the countdown going, right? It starts at like, you know, 4:20 p.m. on 420. That's when everybody starts. Because it's kind of like you should already expect to be like, you know, you wake and bake. You're not trying to fucking start a game jam at the top of the day, and then at 4:20 p.m. the theme is dropped, right? And the theme is always like a sub theme of weed, like it has to be like weed related, or maybe not. I don't know. But then at 4:20 p.m. you have to take an inaugural like bong hit, or you know something. You have to just take a fat rip out of something, or pop an edible, whatever, and then you begin the jam. Right? That would be so wild. You know, like you would have this terrible ratio between contestants to actual submissions, right? It's like tens of thousands of contestants and then like 15 submissions that make the deadline, you know? When I met them, they told us some of Disney's policies. Ooh. Huh. Policies. That sounds like it can get kind of dark. All better believe it, mech, but will I forget to do the jam? Probably. Frank is ready. Oh, right, okay, so yeah, I read those out of order. Frank is ready. Yeah. Substances can assist with the ideation portion, right? It helps me cope, slows my brain down, and allows me to relax. Oh, yeah. Got that, I didn't have a choice because my friend just happened to have some J's on him. He gets those subscription services where they mail him a bunch of shit, and he only had sativa, and I used to be a huge sativa guy, but right now I kind of wish I had like an indica. IC+1, sorry I'm late. Mechlina, I got my issue fixed with the Gradle failed. I had the app bundle code set as 091. What's up, IC+1? How's it going? Gorman Studio says weed ain't legal in the UK. It ain't legal. It ain't legal, but it ain't scarce, is it? A faded game jam. A jam where no one finishes their game, right? Yeah. Or where you should at least like submit the game in its current condition, right? Because I feel like even if you're super faded, you should be able at least to like upload. You'd get a bunch of these entries that just say untitled. I'm great, G. Dope. Imagine Playmaker 2.0. You know, when everybody mentions, I've seen people in the Playmaker Discord And they're like, ugh, why don't they just make Playmaker 2? Like, I've seen people genuinely get like angry. It's like, why are we getting these patches? Why are we getting these updates? Why are we getting these new features for Playmaker 1? It's like, where's Playmaker 2? And it's just like, okay, so do you just want the name changed? You know, what is it exactly about 2.0 that people are so stoked on? Because Alex could just do that. He could just change the name. He could call it 2.0 and then give it a different look. And the people who were angry before would become satiated, because they don't realize that it's just like, what is it that you really want? You just want a better tool, right? Is that what you're complaining about? Like, people in that Discord. I'm not saying that that's you, IC+1, by the way. But yeah, I just think it's so funny when people talk about Playmaker 2.0. It should be a meme. Playmaker 2.0 should be or people asking for Playmaker 2.0 should be a meme. If you work for Disney, every single thing you draw becomes Disney property. Oh, sure. That's so crazy. Even if it's like on your own terms in your own book, if you're like on vacation or something, that would be terrible. Did you use controller simple move for character movement? Yes. My current thing, I'm using controller simple move. Not my NPCs. My NPCs use a nav mesh agent, and then the player uses controller simple move. 1.02K, that's right. That is right. Okay, so I got this agent warp. The thing I'm kind of stuck on is, shit. Fuck. You know what I do? I'm just gonna turn off the nav mesh agent. I'm not gonna use agent warp. I'm gonna do this. Nav mesh, set property. Property is gonna be enabled, which is set to false. And then we're gonna do a set position. Oh yeah. I got Jefferson Airplane just wailing in my ears right now. Monetization? I have 64 subs, I think, and a video with over 3K views. I'm so confused. That just happens. That happens. It's like, I forgot. Somebody was talking about that recently. About kind of like the discontinuity between how many subs you have versus how many views a video of yours can have. You know, kind of what will make people subscribe to you versus what will just get us any single video of you. Okay. Set position. It is. Oh, we do want the owner. Yeah. Vector. Come on. Destination v3. Space. World. Cool. And then animator play. Actually, no, I'm just gonna copy and paste from like. Let's see. I think there's one right here, right? Where's the sit down? Sit idle. Let's see if this works. Oh my god, I would shit my pants if this works. Of course this is not gonna work the first time, but I never made music before. Is it cheating if I started messing with GarageBand before LD started? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I'm like a purist when I do my game jam stuff, where it's like I don't want to even fucking I don't even look at the like, you know how you could see the themes beforehand? I don't even want to look at those, you know? Like, I'll look at them just out of curiosity, but I won't consider any of them. I won't go like, oh, okay, like, do any of these, like, or what game ideas can I start thinking? I won't start thinking about shit. But I will use like old assets. You're allowed to use assets that you own and shit like that. But Yeah, I think that's fine. Just start fucking around with GarageBand and get used to it, so you can feel a bit more comfortable when you're actually are making something with more intention. If you drew your dear old ma a Mother's Day card, it becomes Disney property. What the fuck? Really? Holy shit. Ugh, that's so gross. That's so gross. Icy Plus One says it was literally how to download a shitty Chinese version of a PC game. Wait, what? Oh, right. You found your niche. I want to create a soundtrack to a game using nothing but a kazoo and a slide whistle. Or just hum the soundtrack, maybe I'll do that. That's rad. That's rad. Frank, have you played Untitled Goose Game? It's a piano soundtrack, but it has a really beautiful, adaptive soundtrack to it. And I don't know, something about a kazoo and a slide whistle, the sort of I don't know, the vibes that gives me is very Untitled Goose Game. Humming the soundtrack would be cool. I joined a game company, Plus One Games. It's an indie group of 6 people. Right on. Oh, hence the Icy Plus One. Gotcha. You know Thomas Brush? That's his name, right? Thomas Brush? He's the super hustler, the hustle. He's like the Gary V of indie dev stuff, right? He's the one that's always talking about business stuff. That guy, he's kind of, I've seen streams of him lately, and it is something that I'm becoming more interested in, is alternative ways or alternative entries to the indie solo dev lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, which is essentially okay, do you do everything by yourself and then sell the game on Steam by yourself and everything 100% by yourself, Lucas Pope style, or do you try to link up with folks? Because you know what I saw right now, Brendan Chung is fucking being let me see. Boom, right here. Look at this. First-person shooter Skin Deep to be published by Annapurna Interactive. Dude, Brendan Chung got picked up by Annapurna. Look, there's even an announcement trailer from Annapurna. Oh my, he already made it. He made it a long time ago. He's in the history books, but that is so rad. I just want to give him one of those high fives your hand hurts after, Let's watch this trailer really quick. Look at those cats. Hold on, pause it on this. I just gotta trailer dissecting video, trailer react. First mate Choo Choo, chief engineer Jingle, bosun Cassiano, Captain Palanca, Cook Cook Gubro, Able Sea Cat Tumbles. Okay, so wait, chief engineer, bosun, Captain Cook, Able Sea Cat Tumbles, Cabin Cat Alfie, the 7 souls on board. So funny. I fucking love that goose. It's a beautiful game. I'm back. It's like Metal Gear Solid if it was made by Ned. Right. That's a great way to put it. Oh my god, what is this game? I love it. It's Brendan Chung's new game. And I say new as in who knows when it's going to come out. He announced it back in 2018. But Annapurna just announced that they are going to be releasing it, or I don't know what the hell what is it? What's the headline here? To be published, right? To be published by Annapurna Interactive. That's insane. That is so cool. It's oh god, it's just so. I'm so happy for him. Holy shit, he grew up where I grew up. I just read that he grew up in the San Gabriel Valley. The terrible no good space pirates. I want to know who made this trailer. I wonder if that other dude, that Derek guy, made this trailer. You know who I'm talking about? He's sort of like, he is like the game trailer guy. I know he made Brendan Chung's last. He made the quadrilateral cowboy trailer. Figure 7.0, you, the insurance agent. Dude. Like, I'm gonna sink some time into this shit. That looks so ridiculous. Look at that. Look at those ragdoll physics. Minecraft resource pack? Huh? IC+1, if you put a link in here, it doesn't show up. Oh, okay. The cats. Right. That's so funny. His games are so over the top. The best thing about the Brendan Chung games is like the combo between like they have like weird emotional hit points and they have like a good sense of humor. The tools of the insurance trade. All right, so here's going to be all the gadgets you use. I see a shotgun, a rifle maybe, a pistol. Oh look, that one kind of looks like a PPK too. I can't tell what some of these other ones are. That looks like it might be a radio of some sort, like a speaker. That looks like a grenade of some kind, maybe like smoke or like gas. That's a light. I've seen him, this thing right here, this is a light. I've seen him mess with this, or I saw him design this in his dev streams. This looks like a bell, maybe. This looks like a phone. Can't tell what that is. I can't tell what this is either. Maybe a gun? Maybe a rocket? Maybe something to ride on? Oh! Actually, hold on. Black pepper, don't know what that is. A teapot. That's funny. That looks like the standard blender teapot. Or wait, does Blender have the teapot? Blender has the monkey face, huh? Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. That's funny. Shotgun, rifle, auto pistol, telepro, wire grenade, TNT, chem bomb. Okay, I was right on that one. Signal lamp, walkie-talkie, lighter, gamma pump, pepper, teapot, hush box, heartbeat sonar. Okay, here's the big, you know, like at the end of trailers, they got to put in the big drop though, like the part that goes, what, whoa, you know, like those fucking moments. He actually gets me with one of these in here. Ballbot, the mech. He has a fucking mech. Look at these fucking Doom 3 engine graphics, bro. This game was made with the Doom 3 engine. Dude, that looks so cool. I love the scan lines right here. The overall tint of this. It's got integrity, rounds. Oh, man, I'm stoked. I'm fucking stoked. Okay. Anyways, enough of that. We got 2 more hours to the damn jam kicks off. What is this? Okay. Maya has a teapot. Oh, okay, yeah. Huh. I know he uses Blender. Maybe he switched to Maya in the last year. All right. Fuck, I'm afraid to hit play right now. So, who? Local or international? All right. I'm gonna try this. Oh, God. I'm like. Turn off stats. All right, I'm gonna press play. Let's do it. All right, hitting play. So right now, the plan is... Oh wait, hold on. NPCs aren't even spawning. Right now the plan is to call my mole to retrieve intel, and we should be able to watch the mole at least hop on a plane. Let's see. Did you hear about the 16-year-old who made the game Unturned on Steam for free? He was an indie dev and is now making 1.2 million every 2 months. I think I did hear about that. I know Unturned, and I know that was kind of like, it's a cult classic in a way. I really don't know too much else about it though. So if I had 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me see. Oh, okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. I should have like... Yo, how well does C# and Playmaker mix? Basically, I want to do C# as far as I could, and then when I got stuck, switch to Playmaker. Let's see. So, to kind of answer that question a little bit, because the thing is, like, I'm not the best person to ask, right? I don't really write C#, but I do have experience in making Playmaker work with things that don't have native Playmaker support. So, for example, if I come in here, let's see, if I go to this state, delete this, and add like, let's see, script, add a script to a game object. So you have this, right? Add a script to a game object, use this to change the behavior of objects on the fly, optionally remove the script on exiting the state. So there's that. Script control in general, right? Call method, call static method, enable behavior, invoke method, send message. This one right here is kind of like what I'm more familiar with. It's like, because you could be sending messages between certain scripts. Start coroutine, don't really know too much of that, what that's about, because again, I don't script. But also state machine, I think. Like you could do... what is it? Or maybe property, right? Where is it? Unity objects. There we go. That's the other thing. So you could use these Unity object actions like get component, get property, set object value, and set property. So these are ways that you could be talking to other values from anything that you're throwing into your inspector, right? So that's kind of like one way that you can use it to talk to scripts. Like, for example, see this like FSM nav mesh path? Like this is a C# script, right? And then I can come in here, I could drop it in here, and I could do like a get property, and then I could choose any one of these properties that are in the script itself. So this path, corners, length, and then it's an int value, and I could store that int value in a new variable. So get property and set property are probably what you'd end up using a lot of to talk back and forth between those. And then also, of course, it's always worth remembering that you have the ecosystem, and here, I want to say that if you search something like property, you know, stuff like this, I don't know if they're going to give you previews on here, but you can also search script. Yeah, so That's about as much as I know as far as like being able to use Playmaker to talk to something that you're mostly designing in C# or vice versa. I literally email him every day and he responds. He has played my game, run mobile, and has bought stuff in it and has given me feedback. Now that's a true developer. Unturned dev. Coroutine is the time control. Around. Yeah, I mean, if he has like millions of dollars to spare, 1.2 million every 2 months. Also, I'm not sure how much I buy that. Let's see. Was it overturned game? Unturned. What am I? I'm thinking of Overcooked. Yeah, it's funny. I remember this. I played a little bit of this. I think I even have it. Yeah, I have it. It's in my library. That's so funny. Install PC Cafe Essentials. That's hysterical. Still never found out which Super Monkey Ball to be playing. Cool, thanks, Steven. I need to get this stuff all ready. I'm so nervous. Don't be nervous. Nothing to be nervous about. If Unity worked with Python, that would be amazing. That'd be so ridiculous. I mean, I guess you could. Couldn't you use Python? Like, can't you use Python to like kind of interact with everything? Because isn't Python like a more low level thing where it can? I'm just doing like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I thought Python was something that you use to write actual, like, to make programs, right? So couldn't you end up making something to make it work with Unity? IC+1 says his team makes 1.2 million every 2 months. It's insane. It's insane. Even if Python couldn't beat C# in a fight. Okay. So wanted to turn on NPC Builder. There we go. And now I'll run this shit. Okay. And then get player. And then in player info, variables, my mole, Jim Fuchs. I think I gotta get rid of that last name because I just want to say Fuchs every time. Oh, he's in DC. Well, that won't do. Lag, you have polished the graphics since the last time? No, I haven't touched the graphics since last time. I think you're probably just noticing different lighting. I guess that's kind of a part of the graphics, right? But I haven't changed any of the models, textures, any of that stuff. I haven't even changed like where the lights are. I just literally changed like how the lights behave. And it's not even, I'm not going to keep any of this stuff. Yeah, I gotta change all that stuff. Where's the player at? Player. Info. My mole. Klaus Gordivsky. Okay, where is Klaus at? I'm gonna pause the game. Gonna find Klaus. Klaus is in London. Okay. Shit. Oh my god. There's honestly still so much work to do. Because I realize I have to populate each one of these places with gate agents and everything. Which is just copy-paste work, but fuck, it's still a bunch of copy-paste work. No Python is dynamically typed out language. Java is statically typed. No more PS1 now. Wait, the assets or lighting, I don't know, just looks way better. Yeah, it's just the lighting. It does look nice this way. I definitely, like, I learned my lesson trying to fuss with the lighting stuff, that I'm pretty much going to have to consult somebody to help me figure out how to get some of this lighting down, because there's too many fringe cases that I hate fucking running into. Anyways, but yeah, that's all gonna get sorted out soon. Honestly, I came here from Godot because Godot's 3D just isn't there yet. If its 3D was at Unity's level, I'd go back. Godot brought the open source engine, which is literally RPG Maker. Yeah, I hear Godot's good. I hear a lot of people like fuck with it pretty hard, especially for 2D stuff. Gorman Studio says, time to head to bed soon. Been awake 20 hours. Oof. Have a good day night. Gorman Studios, have a very good night. Thanks for swinging by. You do not need to be up 20 hours. You need to get some rest. I hope you get a beautiful night's sleep. Okay, so if I called my, let's see. I think I should just do it now. I think I should just copy and paste all these planes then. Oh, that would be cool. If I could just make this a prefab. Yeah, I could just make this a fucking prefab. Ooh. I suppose one, don't add PP. Not what you think, it's post-processing. It just makes black screen sometimes on monitors like 1024 by 768. Godot is nothing like RPG Maker, it's going fast. Yeah, RPG Maker was like super basic, like really not much. I mean, it sounded like you could do cool things with RPG Maker, but from what I know about it, Godot is much like bigger and stronger. It sounds like, yeah, they're nothing alike from what I know about them. I mean, 2D. I love Playmaker. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but I really enjoy coding. Yeah, I used to tell Alex that like I wished Playmaker had a keyboard only version, so I could just like, micro that shit across the whole screen. Cause like, yeah, I'm not really big on clicking and dragging either. Clicking and dragging's a drag, bruh. Probably add that to the list of reasons why I'll never use Bolt as well. So long as it's not C#. That's funny. Why? Is C# that bad? Really? I hear people actually feel really comfortable with C#. The escapists were made in RPG Maker, I think. Huh. Really? Later, people, my 4-year-old son will be awake at 6:30 a.m., so I get 6 hours. Hey, 6 hours is not bad. 6 hours is better than nothing. Get some sleep. Get some good rest. Drink a little, like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a thing of honey. Get some super restorative sleep. Yeah, The Escapist was made with Unity, it sounds like. Magdalene says, bye Gorman. RPG Maker was a paint by numbers game engine. Right, exactly. Because I remember it was very plug and play. Super duper plug and play. Oh, there's a little spider on my wall. Okay, so let me make sure I can actually duplicate this plane without everything fucking breaking. Airplane seats, airplane. Bro, I get 3 hours because I'm up coding because Bolt is so freaking complicated. And before you all say use Playmaker, I do, but for most of my stuff I use Bolt because I find it more fun. Wait, I get 3 hours because I'm coding? Oh, like 3 hours of sleep? Oh. Yeah, that sounds rough. I feel like you shouldn't have to put up with that. Rusty Chicken says, what's up, dude? Oh, look who it is. What's up, Rusty? How's it going? C# is great. I just don't know it. I suppose someone says, Rusty Chicken, hi, pumpkin pie, hi. What's up, Rusty? How's it going? Are you starting another game, Rusty? Last time I saw in the Discord, you're starting a new game. Another one. I just saw Thomas Brush stream earlier, and he was like, he's like, the most important thing to do is to finish a game. I was like, bro, I vibe with that. Just fucking finish the thing. Finish the game. Finish it. Ooh. Okay. Pretty sure I could turn this plane into a prefab. Bro, I have like 24 projects where they are all MMFFPSC. Check that out on the asset store. It's cool. Oops. There's a dude who's making some pretty cool... Well, actually, it sounds like he's making some pretty cool Playmaker actions for AI stuff. I was kind of poking around on the Discord for Hutong, and this guy's actually doing some pretty cool shit. I think he's going to sell in the asset store, hopefully soon. I would like to give it a spin if it's as sort of like dope as it appears to be through the GIFs that he's sharing. Steven's Got Day Eating. That's the new channel. Welcome to my mukbang channel. Not gonna lie, if I wasn't feeling lazy and cheap right now, I would have ordered a pizza. You should! Oh, I guess if you're feeling cheap though, and lazy. Order a $5 pizza. Have you heard of this scam MMO Dream World? Probably. There's so many of those out there. Yeah, I'm doing a couple side projects going, just kind of playing around with things. What's the status of the game that you're making with your kid? Oh my god, only an hour and a half left. Wait, Rusty, you doing LD? It got funded. Yeah, I'm doing a couple side projects. Start playing with other things. It got funded though. What are we talking about? What got funded? The MMO Dream World thing? Did a bunch of like backers get ripped off with something again? Those things are so sad. How folks get like tricked with like a fancy, because like people end up just making like those trailers where they just place a bunch of assets, usually like pre-made assets, and they go, "Look how amazing the game is," and it's like, all right, well, there's nothing really happening in the game just yet. But they make all those wild claims, raise a bunch of money, and then disappear. Icy One says, "Gotta go by. Take care." That is the one I posted on YouTube. It's going well. Pretty much completely done with the first section. Wait. What are we talking? What are we still talking about? That Dream World thing? What are we talking about? Rusty, you got funding on your game. Amazing. Oh, wait, what? Dude. Hold on. Will somebody please tell me what the hell we're talking about? Because I wasn't sure if we're talking about like a scam thing that IC+1 brought up, or if we're talking about, it's literally the Unreal Engine 4 asset store and just copied the trailers and mashed them together. Dream World. Oh. Hold on. I think there's multiple conversations happening here, right? I'm eating so much pizza, holy shit. Okay. Shh. Wait, I can't tell if there's two conversations that collided together or not. Who the hell wants to play mobile games on their TV? I play mobile games when I'm on the shitter, not for an actual games. Mm-hmm. Oh, like the Wii. That's why. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Literally, a kid in my class was a big sus. He sat on a kid's head and said, "Oh yeah." Like, I buy a new laptop, I'm gonna grind hard with my game dev path. Once I buy a new laptop. Hell yeah. Dude, having cool new toys can be so, like, that could just keep you jazzed. Because you just wake up and you look at your dope new toy and you're like, fuck, I want to put that shit to use. Let's say someone decided to give me some money if I signed an NDA. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Are you going to do it? Oh, you know what? I think I'm watching... Oh, yeah, there we go there. Just got Nova Legion 5. Yo, Rusty again. Say no more, Rusty. Congrats. Yeah, seriously, dude. Keep us posted on the status of that. That's fucking exciting. Like, what kind of work is it? You know? Is it to be on somebody else's project? Is it to help keep your own going? Is it a totally new project? That would be rad. That would be fucking rad. Big old dab. Rusty Chicken puts a big old dab in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can turn this into a prefab. Already have. Wait, already have. Sign something? Let me see. Airplane seats. Guess I'm not gonna name that. Airplane. Okay, put this in here. Okay, rename this. Old. Okay. So what does that mean? Like, what are you working on? Like, why in the world are you talking about doing these other side projects and like, oh, you don't know if you want to work on this or that? Like, why are you thinking about any of that stuff if somebody gave you a bunch of money to work on your own game? Like, doesn't that solve the problem? Isn't that your answer? That just means stop working on everything except for that thing? Unless the contract is for something that's kind of different, not exactly working on your game kind of stuff. A lot of this, what's happening in the chat was not making sense to me for a long time, and I'm not sure how much of this I'm confounding together and putting into one conversation in my head. Okay, so this airplane is here. Let's do airplane seats. Okay. And then they'll get moved up a little bit. I'll put one more row back here. There we go. And I'll take all of these. It's not totally new, but within the last 6 months, I made the commitment for it. Not enough to quit work yet, but enough to make it worth my while. Well, that's rad. That's a good start. That's a solid start. If you can say that like, it's even like on that road to being, if it's not enough to quit work, that's great. You still have a whole situation where you're kind of like maybe, you've proven to yourself that you could actually get to that point, right? Like that you can get to that point where it could be enough to quit work. So that's like a great first step. That's fucking awesome. Every horror scenes in games basically works with the type of sounds, frequency. Every horror scenes in games basically works with the type of sounds, frequency. Imagine, thing is, I don't know what that freak means. Imagine playing a cheerful sound with a murder horror scene. You won't be scared at all. Maybe. Sometimes I couldn't even see that. That message got retracted too quick. Like Kubrick played a pretty wild card where he, The Shining is lit high key. There's nothing hiding in the dark in The Shining. In The Shining, everything is very well lit and bright. All the scariest moments in the movie have very little to do with something hiding, or nothing to do with something hiding in the dark, because that never happens. And so I think on that same note, you can kind of consider how sounds get used as well, right? You can almost pull the opposite, where it's like if there's an expectation, flipping it on its head, you can use that to your advantage to make it even scarier. So playing a cheerful sound potentially could be even more scary. Sometimes I low-key wonder why baby music sounds scary as fuck. Right, it's because of it's exactly what I'm talking about, like the contradiction stuff. Yes. That's like that contradiction kind of thing. Or I'm not sorry. It's like contradiction or like juxtaposition. Okay, so got this airplane all set up. Um, but I kind of feel like I should do, this is kind of ridiculous, but maybe I'll delete this airplane. And then in this thing, flight manifest, start, do create object. It'll be airplane, and do a set position. Frank Reynolds says, I can't see myself making a horror game. I like making ridiculous shit. My idea of a horror game would be the player paying bills in a dark room with creepy music. Right? That's a good one. Airplane looking kind of thick though. Dude, this airplane, I need to do the outside model, because look at this shit. Like, it looks all fine in the inside, right? And you come out here though, and it's just this like, it's just this little sausage. I really want to be able to see the airplanes eventually. Rusty says, Alina, I'm still tweaking the voiceovers. I can probably make most of it work out, but we'll let you know. Also DM me on Discord what you want to be called in the credits. Frank Reynolds says, maybe a game waiting in gridlock traffic. Oh, God. A game, if you recreate the opening scene of... what's the Michael Douglas movie? Why can't I think of that shit? Falling Down. Falling Down. If you recreated the opening scene of Falling Down. Also have my Golden Girls Turn on Fire. Yeah. Right. Right. Took the other half of my vitamin B. I'm getting stoked to the tits. An hour and 20 minutes until this thing kicks off. Don't say La La Land. La La Land. Was Michael Douglas in La La Land? I've never seen that movie. Flight manifest. Okay, it creates an airplane and then it sets the position of that airplane. Store object. Airplane spawned. Self space. Let's put it up 50 or 30 maybe. Okay. Let's see if that works. Oh, you know what? And it needs to be the parent. I need to get owner. This city to city. Parent needs to be this city to city. The spawn point is also this city to city. And then you move it up 30 units. Okay, that should be good. Maybe 20. Let's see. So if I hit run, what I hope happens is airplanes spawn above each of these terminal gates. Rusty Chicken, thanks for the update. Let me know if you need re-recordings. Falling Down, I think. Yeah, that's right. Yep. That's literally the only Michael Douglas movie I like. Oh, it's great. I love that movie. What about the game? Michael Douglas in the game that's a jam. Michael Douglas in that movie looked like he'd be a bit of a downer to be around. Yeah, right. Okay, it worked. So put all the airplanes above each of these gates. Okay. Great. So there is now a plane at each of these places. And it should be, yep. Oh, but you know what? Now they're called airplane clone. I'm just gonna make sure that they're called airplane, just because I think that's the naming. I need to abide by some naming convention. I've been recently thinking about like what I want to do with the YouTube channel. And there's a part of me that's like trying to figure out what I could do that is both fun and easy and doesn't get too much in the way of Memories of a Spy. There's also that part of me that does want to just have fun and let it get in the way just a little bit. And the thing I've been considering is this idea I had a long time ago when I first started the YouTube channel, which is to you do like a weekend, like once a month, I set aside a weekend where it's like a game jam just for myself, where I make a small game based around either the scene in a movie or like a movie in its entirety, you know? Like me and my friend joked about making a There Will Be Blood game where you play as Daniel Plainview getting hurt in a whatever you call, like a little, where he's digging for oil, and then you have to drag yourself across the desert, you know, shit like that. But that would be a good one, is Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Doing a Falling Down game would be great. Well, just wanted to stop by, or those planes are going to be dope, thank you. Well, just wanted to stop by and say, hey, for the 1K sub parties, now I have to go earn some of that money. Yeah, nice, right on. I'll keep you posted. Good to see everyone. Take it easy, Rusty. Yeah, dude, congrats right back at you. It sounds like you're well on your way. But yeah, fucking Falling Down game. And if the character looked like Michael Douglas, that'd be good. Oh man, I would play that. Okay, so all the planes get put there, and I just wanted to name the plane something differently. Oh, actually, it's each of these. Flight process, or manifest. I'm gonna do set name. Setting the name of airplane spawn to just airplane. Okay. So now each of those gets that. Okay. I'm trying to figure out a systematic way of putting gate agents down at each gate, because right now this one is hand placed. Not only is he hand placed, but then I tell this flight I have to drag and drop this guy in here to say like, hey, that's your gate agent. An adventure game in the style of Wes Anderson movie would be awesome. Oh yeah. You know what that kind of reminds me of? There's this game. It's kind of like a see. There's this game that I just started following. It's on my wish list. Let me just pull it up. Where is it? I don't think it's out yet. Labyrinth City. There you go. I don't know why, but when you said an adventure game in the style of Wes Anderson movie, that could take on a million different things. I can also imagine something very Untitled Goose Gamey, but this reminds me of Wes Anderson a lot. This game right here, Labyrinth, Pierre the Maze Detective. But the premise of the game is that you're in these huge animated tableaus that are mazes. You know, they're kind of like Where's Waldo books come to life. $500 characters and items. Like, how rad does that look? Like, just maybe some better pictures in here. Like, you can't even see all this fucking detail, but I love that. Okay. So I guess I have this origin point. The Grand Budapest or the Life Aquatic would be fun settings for a game. Seriously. The first game I ever tried making was I rebuilt the Overlook Hotel. It wasn't like a super elaborate one. But, you know, I had hotel rooms. I had a big lobby area. I had the hallway that led to the Golden Room, or the Gold Room. And then I had the Gold Room. I love shit like that. I love like hotels. Me and my friends were nerding out on that recently. The Grand Budapest would be a cool place to explore. Or Isle of Dogs. Yeah. Seriously. Especially if you had... There's also another game out there that I just recently saw that looks like stop motion, where it's like these animated like stop motion type of things. And I'm not sure if it was photographed or if that was just like the way they set up their graphics. IC+1 says, all right, I'm back. What's up, IC+1? Okay, I think okay. What is an easier way to do this? I guess I could just duplicate them. Yo, me and the boys snooked my phone in and we were playing Fortnite in the PE closet at lunch. Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's hysterical. I just took a screenshot of that and I'm going to share it to my friends on Discord. Actually, I'm just gonna put that in the meme section. That's so good. I just put that in the meme section. I know it's a trend. The simple looking a game is, the more attention it attracts. Maybe. Maybe. Oh shit, how did I miss that a long time ago? I didn't even see this post in the general area. Who else loves this Target pizza? I am ready. Oh shit, hold up. Spinach and goat cheese. Dang. With some what? What is that? Narrow Universe? I don't even know what those drinks are. I'm gonna give it some fire. Some AOKs. The goat cheese though. All right. Let's see. Yeah, but the simple graphics, I think here's something to chew on. Shadow is light. The whole, I know it's a trend. The simple looking a game is, the more attention it gets. What if instead, maybe not necessarily a correlation and causation kind of thing. Maybe instead it's just that for indie developers, it's easier to make simple looking games, and so that is the higher frequency, right? There's more of those, and then so what ends up happening is you get that maybe survivorship bias. Is that what it is? It's something like that, where it's kind of like they're the ones that get through because there's so many, and so you end up seeing those as so if a lot of people are making games that look simple, even if only 10% are successful, and it has nothing to do with them looking simple, because you see so many of them, it starts to seem like the more simple a game is, the more attention it gets. I think that situation has a higher likelihood than merely the aesthetic of the game is what gives it attention. I'm not discounting the fact that the aesthetic of a game definitely contributes to the attention a game gets, but I should say that I believe the former situation to be of higher influence. Simple looking and more bloom than you could shake a stick at. The more bloom you can shake a stick at is how you make a game. Yes, that's how you do it. Crank up the bloom. See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about there, right? Because bloom is sort of one of the easy and accessible things for independent developers to get their hands on, and it's one of these sort of first tools in the little grab bag of ways to make your lack of design skills into something that actually look okay. It's good. It's sugar, it's like you can't make the best sauce or meal in town, but you sprinkle a little bit of sugar in there and suddenly you're a little tastier than you were before. It's like an easy hack, right? And I think there's probably all sorts of other little things that are like that people usually attribute to if you do this, your game will be popular, right? If you make it look simple, or everybody does this, and they're doing it because they're trying to, get attention or whatever, whether it be throwing bloom on it or making a game that looks simple. When in reality, it's probably just that is the most accessible thing for them. It's easier to make a game that looks simple than it is to make a game that doesn't. So, yeah, I think that probably has more to do with it than anything. Local craft beers and goat cheese life. I have the only, this I'll show you what I have in my house. Look at. Demonetized. I have this white labeled Dewar's blended Scotch whiskey. I used to lease a film studio in downtown Los Angeles where we built miniatures and shit. There's a YouTube channel of that you should check out. Little behind the scenes vlogs of running a little film studio where we did miniature shit. Heavily inspired, by the way. Not heavily inspired, but like I saw Isle of Dogs around the time that we got that, and I was like, oh, like that's a way that you could make movies for cheap, relatively cheap, and by yourself, and not have to rely on a bunch of people. Which is true, sort of, until you realize how much time and effort it takes to build miniatures, especially when it's hard to find parking at your film studio in downtown Los Angeles. I see. When I was your age, we were programming games on our TI-83s and sneaking those around. Nice. That's the calculator, right? Texas Instrument 83. Mechalina, we used to play Doom on our calculators. Wait, what? You're full of shit. Doom on a calculator? Really? Can you? I mean, I guess Doom can run on anything. That's the gag, right? But you say that as if you were able to do that when you were a child, and that I don't buy. In a drug dealer game, can't remember what it was called. Okay, so I'm still hung up here on how I want to put my gate agents into this world. Unit I'll do. Let's see. I'll call this static NPC spawn. I'll put it right here. Okay. And flight manifest. Flight process. Initialize. Create object. Find child. And it'll be this. Flight process. This is the child's name. That spawn point. No, it didn't have graphics. It was all text based. Oh my goodness. It was like 1999, GSM 11.22. Man, I'm old as shit. I'm 38. We for real put Doom on a calculator. That's rad though. That's rad. Oop. I think when was the first game I think the first game I ever made was I was probably like 13. I know I was in high school. That was when I first tried making games. I guess you're not really talking about making games, huh? You're talking about playing weird, or I guess you are talking about making games, right? Because Mechalina says we were programming games on our Texas Instruments. Ultimate Discord troll to get you banned. Wait, what? The wet. At DEF CON, a convention for hackers, a dude put Doom on a digital pregnancy test. Whoa, nice. That's wonderful. DEF CON does look rad. I watched some pretty good I guess there's a famous one that I watched years ago. It was like a dude talking about sort of like um, meat security. You know, human beings being the number one vulnerability in cybersecurity. I forgot what it was even about, but I remember it being very enthralling. Wait, yes, you can code on a TI by Java. Okay, so we're going to create this object. Character, static NPC. Spawn point puts it there. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. Okay. Did I put them all over here too? I think I did, right? Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You should add sirens if you get detected. Detected. If you get detected. DEFCON is crazy if you go leave your phone in your car. Weird. Oh, it's so weird. Oh my god, that sounds. Oof. It's like scary and exciting. That's so strange. Leave your phone in your car. Christ. All right, so these NPCs are gonna spawn like right there. I'm gonna just see what happens, because now we at least have. Let's see. I'll know what's wrong only when I press play, so that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Why is there this like padding around it? Like, how come I can't make that bigger? There we go, it's fine. Well, because you're a spy, if you get spotted by bad guys, sirens go off and calls for reinforcements. Well, the thing is, you're going to be in public. There's no sirens to be going off. You know, you're in public. It's sort of about being snuck up on. You know, like the excitement is about not even realizing that you're being tailed by somebody until they're like jumping on you. Let's see. Where is the player at? Oh shit, where'd the player go? Oh, here we go. Info, variables, my mole, Klaus Walsingham. Where is Klaus? Klaus is in London. Okay, so our mole is here in London. Let's see if we can. Holy shit, please, I could use all the good juju in the world right now. Let's see if I can call. Oh, actually, where am I though? Oh, I'm in London too. Fuck. Let me see. Is Klaus still here? Yeah. All right. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I heard burner phones and all that. Also, half the attendees are undercover feds looking to recruit. That's so ridiculous. That's insane. Okay, looks like the game. I'm gonna wait for it to go through its motions. So if I select the player and go to info, my mole, Virginia Philby. Please don't be in DC. Fuck, why is Virginia in DC? Let's see, player, pause, my city is DC. So my mole, Virginia Philby, she shouldn't be here, right? Shouldn't she be? Oh, you know what it is? My city is DC. So how do you find DC? I honestly forgot how to check. Oh, here we go, Moscow. The rival city is Moscow. Shit. But funny thing, they're having trouble recruiting hackers because most hackers can't seem to pass the drug test. Oh my god. Of course not. God, what was it? Somebody was like trying to look up how to join the CIA or something like that. And they were expressing kind of like they didn't really mind too much about your drug use as long as it wasn't a current problem or something like that. My game run is going to be about hackers, and because of Playmaker spawn system, I can make a spawn enemy on trigger enter, which the trigger could be a security camera. Macalina says, lol, too funny, Frank. Yeah, that's weird. That's super strange. I used to hack, haven't in a long while. I have a Ponagachi. I haven't used in a while. What in the world is a Ponagachi? IC+1 said, I hacked a Discord server once. I only hack myself because federal prison sounds like it wouldn't be too fun. Right. Yeah. I enjoyed watching like those documentaries where like people like hack on purpose to like expose vulnerabilities. Like they hire hackers to fuck with their shit to expose the vulnerabilities. All right, I'm gonna try pressing play one more time, but I have a feeling that the city rival stuff isn't quite working out. Okay. So pause it. Player. Info. My mole. Rudy Gordievsky. Gordievsky? Shit, in Moscow again. Rudy Gordievsky in Moscow. Let me just check if I got this right. Oh. Well, let me see. Moscow. Moles. Yeah, that's right. Rudy Gordievsky. Okay, I'm going to see if I can call the meeting place for my mole in just any other city. So here we go. I'll go to, this is actually good because I'm in, Rudy Gordievsky is this guy, I think. Okay, so if I go to DC and I take this package, and let's see. All right, call the mole to meet here. So let's see, where's Rudy Gordievsky again? Wait a second. Oh my God, did he already go? No. Okay, I think this guy's in the way. I'm gonna move him. And I think he's at a civ spawn. Someone Putagachi though, his name is Darby and Darby. His name is Darby and Darby's dope. Gotta go, gotta do some code, but I meant the security camera could have a vision range, then when the player enters the visibility range, it spawns a security guard. A Ponagachi is a Tamagotchi for hackers. When it's hungry, you feed it people's Wi-Fi, and if you're nefarious and you could take Wi-Fi, wait, hold on. Ponagachi is a Tamagotchi for hackers. When it's hungry, you feed it people's Wi-Fi, and if you're nefarious, you can take Wi-Fi passwords with it. But I'm not stupid, so I don't do that. You can also use it to kick people off their Wi-Fi, which is also illegal, so I don't do that either. Huh. You feed it Wi-Fis. That's really strange. What that reminds me of is the Metal Gear for PSP, that MGS that came out for PSP. You would do that thing where, like, I forgot what it was even for, but you can go and literally find any Wi-Fi and, like, use that as, like, a way to, like, collect something. I forgot what it was for exactly, but it was kind of like collecting points or something. You didn't have to connect to the Wi-Fi necessarily. It just had to like find it, pretty much, pick it up. That just reminded me right now, like the gamification of finding Wi-Fi is like feeding a thing Wi-Fi. That sounds very silly. Oh my God, 45 more minutes. I'm getting fucking tired too. Oh, all that pizza. I gotta stay in it. Gotta study GarageBand tutorials now. I'll see you all before the announcement at 6 p.m. Here are the dope. Yeah, I'll be here. Right on. Looking forward to seeing what you're working on. Oh Christ. I feel like I fell asleep for a second. Like, I don't even remember what else. Okay, let's see. Jesus Christ. My head's... I'm sober, and I feel like I'm totally twisted up. In Moscow... Spawn points... Civilian spawn points. Okay, so one of them should be, like, right there, huh? Or maybe not. Where are they? What the fuck? Wait, where are they? I'm in Moscow. Oh, that is it, right? Oh, it's marked as static, that's why. So our guy is there. I need to rearrange some of these city spawn points. You can drive around with it and it will just gobble up Wi-Fi from the houses we pass. Yeah, that's kind of like what that MGS thing was. It was just, I don't know how this is gobbling up Wi-Fi, but the MGS one was literally just kind of like, if it found a Wi-Fi, it would count that as like, oh, you got one, you know? Let's see. I'm just gonna find all the Civ spawns. Let's see, it's not static. And we'll put a Civ spawn right here. Put another one right here. Put another one here. Another one here. Okay. So that's Moscow. Let's make sure that London has all these are not. Yes, change children also. Okay. Civ spawn, there's one right here. One right here. Okay. If you're a baddie, you can save the router's name, the passwords to that router, and the GPS coordinates to where it is located. It's 100% legal so long as you don't steal passwords. Huh. Yeah. Right, because saving a router's name is no big deal. One of my favorite things about naming your router is like when I moved into like new apartment buildings, because I was living in Austin for a while, and one of the Wi-Fi's in my complex that I would always see was Nate Gear, and that used to kill me. I thought that was so good. Let's see, that's London. That's another thing I've been kind of thinking about is like away from keyboard, sort of in real life, you know, maybe not necessarily alternate reality, but something like that, like kind of AR-y a little bit. Like the thing that set this off was I was watching that It's Always Sunny episode where they're playing laser tag, and I was like, fuck, like laser tag's a really cool like digital physical game. That would be really fun to make a game that I could play with my friends, like in real life or, you know, out in the world, but that I could still program somehow from a computer, you know? And then there could be some sort of toy that we had that you played the game with. Like if I bought like a handful of like Arduinos or Raspberry Pis or whatever, and bought some type of like sensors with them and built a game that you could play with your friends, like that could be kind of cool. Like I just thought about that vaguely. I literally had nothing else in mind because laser tag is cool, and I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of that kind of stuff you could do. What? Spawn points is right here? Oh, okay, it's right there. Civ spawn 1. Okay, good. Civ spawn 2. Good. And 3. Yep. 4. Yep. Nice. All right. Paris is looking good. Berlin. Gonna get all of these. Yes, children as well. Oh shit. Okay, it's right there. I'll put Civ spawn right here. Make sure the navigation's all good. Civ spawn 2, I'll put it right. I'm gonna add these. If I name my router, it would be stop fucking hacking me. My friend named his router Paul Thomas Landerson. I gotta get rid of these though. These temp places are a bummer. Getting rid of all the temp places just like that. And let's just rebake that shit. Hopefully these holes close up. Oh man, a GoldenEye style shooter with split screen multiplayer? Huh? A GoldenEye style shooter with split screen multiplayer. Is that just broadly you're like, you just got stoked on the idea of that? Slappers only. If you're making a GoldenEye style shooter with split screen multiplayer, you gotta do slappers only as an option. Oops. Okay. Spawn point right there. Actually, I wanted to move it to the sidewalk more. Okay, spawn point 2. Put one over here on this part of the sidewalk. Spawn point 3. And spawn point 4. Just gonna bring them a little lower to the ground. Spawn 3 goes right here. Spawn 4 go across the street. Okay. GTS. See you later, IC+1. I removed the comments. Don't want some angsty kid to get any ideas. Oh, I can't even. I don't even know what those. Oh, I see. I see what you say. Yeah. Wouldn't want like an 11-year-old to get carried away. Or get any cockier than they already are. A GoldenEye style game on a Raspberry Pi. How do you bring it to real life though? How do you bring the A and the F and the K? An AFK 47. Okay. Moscow. I think Moscow was one of the last ones too, so I think I already have all these places set up. Make a mini console with that one game to play with friends. Oh, yeah. Or if you could do it in a way where it's like, I'm just trying to think of like, you know, what kind of like Nintendo-fication can you do to it where it's like, you know, like you hook them up together? Because you were talking about like Tamagotchis earlier, and I just really like the idea of like having to do something with the real world, you know? Pokemon Go it up. I never played Pokemon Go, but I really like the whole idea of like sort of forcing the real world into the game. Wait, what? Why can't I? Oh. Static. Yes. Navigation. Find. Oh, look at that. This shit is so far from everything. Find. Okay. Put this one over here. Spawn 2, let's put it right here. Civ Spawn 3. Okay. And Civ Spawn 4. There was a hacker who hacked the CIA. He was 15 and was threatened with like 127 years in prison. Jesus Christ. That's so outrageous. 15 years old for 127 years. Can you imagine just like your life being over like that at 15? Like, not dying, because dying is a totally different tragedy, but like by some decision of your own, you find yourself alive and unable to live for 127 years. That would be the fucking worst. That would be the worst. Okay, let's do another bake. Bake it up, Skippy. Oh my god, I really wish this game jam would have started earlier in the day. Half an hour. It starts in half a fucking hour. Okay, all the spawn points are set. Let's try this. Let's fucking try this. Oh my god. Inspector. Alright, I'm gonna press play. An AR dungeon crawler would be dope. Oh, that would be dope. There is some fine line of like, how do you make action games where you could be in public but you're also not going pew pew pew, you know, like, because the moment like some fucking poor black kid starts playing that game, just gonna get a cop on his ass and, you know, hit the fucking headlines. Like, oh, it's just like the worst. Like, you can't, it's like ruined for everybody. Like, racism just ruins everything for everyone. Mailman. Why the fuck is the mailman? What's wrong with my mailman? Agency mail destination. Set destination can only be called. Oh, what did I bake? Well, where is he? Is this not? Huh. What's going on? Why didn't that shit? Oh shit, all of Paris lost its nav mesh. What the fuck? Shit. Holy shit, all this shit lost its nav mesh. Oh, what? Navigation, object, what? I really gotta replace all these tiles in Paris because this shit is just so messy. It's so annoying. Alright, I'm honestly just gonna turn these on and see how far that gets me. Oh, I gotta clean up Paris. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that. Bake. Alright, bake it up, Skippy. Cool. Got our nav mesh back. Let's try it again. Here we go. Okay, the world is populating. I see all my agents. All right. Frame rate looks like it's trash, but still up. Racism is disgusting. I have a cousin in Texas who is half Iraqi. He pretends to be Latino to keep bullies away. That's so fucked up. God damn, that sucks. That's and it's already like shitty enough to be Latino in Texas. Like, it's better to be Latino there than other places. Like, sure, but it still even sucks over there. And like, to choose the lesser of two shitty situations, that's so fucked up. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, I'm sure that they're doing life like fine in life in general, but they shouldn't have to deal with that shit. Okay. Here we go. Player. Info. Okay. Variables. My mole. Virginia. Hubert. Okay. So Virginia is right here. One of these is Virginia. I'm just gonna move Virginia over. Okay. So Virginia is the one with the little goatee and this tan suit. So what we're gonna do, actually, to run this test, it would probably be best to put them somewhere else. Okay, come on. Ooh, shit. Jam in 20 minutes. Jam in 20 minutes. Oh, man. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Come on. All right. And player info my mole Virginia Riley. Virginia Riley's in Paris. Right. Okay, great. So this is Virginia Riley. Let's see. I'm gonna keep the camera on her, and then we're gonna go to DC and call her to join us. Oh shit, she's colliding with somebody though. Hold on. Or maybe not. What the fuck is happening to her limbs? Whoa. Oh, is she glitching through the... Oh. There we go. How about now? Wait, what? Hang on. Why is Virginia Riley not snapping to the nav mesh? I'll ask questions later. I'm just gonna try calling her. Family reunions are like a personal UN meeting. Oh fuck, I missed it. Oh god damn it. That message sounded so interesting, had such an interesting start. I didn't read it fast enough. Oh, family reunions are like a personal UN meeting. I have an Iraqi cousin, a black cousin, a Korean cousin, and a Mexican cousin. That's rad. That's super rad. UN meeting. I have it's all Mexicans. That's all we are. We're just a bunch of Mexicans. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. What do you identify as? If you don't mind me asking. I have a feeling this isn't going to work. Got some bad vibes about this not working right now. Okay. Call multi-meet here. Oh, okay. Something happened. Okay. So let's see. What's the problem? Oh, is there not nav mesh over there either? Get the fuck out of here. What happened to all the nav mesh shit? I feel like when I did this baking, a bunch of nav mesh went away. That could be on an active nav mesh. So, okay, yeah, the nav mesh gets cut off over there. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna put him over there. I'm gonna put him on top of the nav mesh and see what happens. Okay, let's see how this works out. Aren't you on? Set destination can only be called on an active agent that has been placed on a nav mesh. Are you not on nav mesh? What's going on here? me try calling again. Let's see if this works. Okay. They're on their way. Look, they're on their way. Nice, nice. Didn't queue up the walking animation. I'll have to add that in. I should make this bigger. So they're walking to the airport right now. How they ripped around that corner right now. Okay, please take them to the airport. I have a feeling it's gonna lock up right here. Something's gonna like freeze up. I hope all the nav mesh shit over there didn't get fucked up. Shit, I don't even know if those have nav mesh set. Fuck. Ah, it's gonna lock up right. Yep. Where'd they go though? They went to 0, world 0. Warp to airport. City info. Current city. City info. City airport. Alright, so you go to a city game object. The FSM called city info, city airport. So for Paris, go to city info, variables. It's not even in here. I didn't even add it. I feel like I should make this a template as well. City info. Oh wait, city info already is one. Hang on. FSM. Oh, did I? It's probably like only in DC or something. Yeah, it is. Edit? Okay, okay. Okay. I need to do that for all of these. London. Okay. Paris. Berlin. Morocco. Moscow. Okay. So if we go inside, check it out. City airport. There we go. And each of these, I believe, adds itself, maybe? Flight manager, initialize, flight manifest, flight process. Okay. So in this NPC retrieve intel, warp to airport references a city airport spawn. So if I find that out in the world, in the scene hierarchy, there's nothing called that. But what about airport spawn points? Airport spawn, here we go. So these, the one in Paris is right there. Okay. Got it. And cool. They just go there at the airport. Back to city is back a little bit. Okay. Holy shit, 10 more minutes until the game jam. Days a week. Okay. DC. Okay. So it's just in airport spawn points. In spawn points. Level spawn points. Let's go to London, spawn points. Board plane. I feel like that shouldn't be in it. Ooh, shit. Okay. Okay. Paris has to have something like this, right? Paris has spawn points. Huh. Vanishing points. Weird. Wait, so... Where is this held? Airport spawn. Okay. Spawn points. I really should do the game jam. Frank, I would love to play a game that you make. I would love to see what that's all about. Just make a tiny, tiny one. Just do an eensy-weensy little thing. Just do something really, really tiny. Get it done. Basically, be done before everybody else. Go in with the plan to be finished tomorrow, you know? So that way, you can end up with a game that, if you do have free time with, you could just make better and keep adding to. But you'll at least have, you know, the deliverables. I can't stop eating this fucking pizza. I hope the theme is good. Me too. The theme is always going to be good. There's always some way to spin it. The theme is as good as you want it to be. McLean is back in black. 6 more minutes. This fucking thing is kicking off. Let me take a picture of this. And I'm gonna make a note to myself that just says, oops. Let's make it smaller. Make for all cities. I'm gonna save it. Give it a date. I'm gonna call it Hey You. I'm gonna save this Unity project. I'm gonna close it. And check it out. Look at all that shit. Look at how dope GitHub is. Look at all these airplane things I just added. So I'm gonna put this city to city spawn, or just like more airport functionality. You know, city to city spawns, airplane, prefab, seats, add and name themselves. NPC is programmed all the way up to get on the plane. Still have not programmed to get off plane. Weird nav mesh stuff. Commit to main. And then I push origin and backup is done. And now I have a backup in the cloud of all my work that I did today. Steven, you're reading the theme out to us? Oh, yeah. What time is it? 3 minutes? Okay. You ready for the jam mech? Oh, hell no. Food and drink, I'm ready, but I'm not mentally ready for this. Me neither. Isn't it exciting? I have an 1/8 of Granddaddy Purple to make the jam a jam to remember. Woohoo! Yeah. Did I show you that? Here, let me show you this. I'm going to make this stream extra demonetized right now. Hold on. I used to have this bupropion, Wellbutrin, you know. And I got this bad boy that I barely singed the tip of, just to give my apartment a little aroma, you know. And I seriously, like, before I go to bed, I just kind of give it a, you know. Here we go. What time is it? Ooh, it's still 57. More Jefferson Airplane in my ears. Okay, so I'll bring it up right here. Here. Sheesh. You know what I am going to do, though? I am going to fire up Unity Hub, and I will do a new project, and we're just going to call this one LD48. And I'm not gonna do the GitHub stuff for this. It's just gonna be my Unity packages. Okay. And I'm gonna create that shit. It's LD48, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, shit. Which version did I start it in? Fuck. Is this the newest version? God damn it. I wanted 2019. This is why I was doing it before time, because I knew it was gonna fuck up. Wait, what? Okay, look at 45 seconds. Woo, shit, this is exciting. All right. Don't you need somebody to love? 30 seconds. I have ice cream, lemon bars, beer, and a lot of iced coffee. Oh yeah, I got some iced coffee in my fridge too. I was sipping that all this morning. 20 seconds. Look how long this is taking. I know, 30 seconds. Oh, 8 seconds. Come on. 5 seconds. Here we go. All right. I'm going in the zone, so I'll talk to you guys, but I'm going to be in the zone during this. Oh, look at Unity finished fucking booting up right on time. 2020, I could work with that. Oh, check Twitter for the come on. Deeper and deeper. Go deep, go deeper. No, wait, too deep. Ludum 48 is LD48 and 48th LD48. All right, guys. Deeper and deeper. I'm going to get dirty with this one. Deeper and deeper. No. Why no? Why no? How is this any better of a theme than any other one? No. What? What? What's so no? This is my least favorite. I'm serious. Oh my goodness. You can do this. It's only, the theme is only as good as you make it. I had an idea for the others. No. Macalina, we believe in you. You could do this. This is so fun. Make it fun. Grab that shit by the throat and be like, no, you're going to be dope. Okay. All right, I guess this is where I start spitballing ideas. Go deep, go deeper. No, wait, too deep, deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Okay, so you know what? I'm actually going to close this stream, and I'm going to start a new one. I'm going to call it the Ludum Dare stream. So feel free to check back in a minute. I'm just going to rename the thing and put in a different thumbnail. Okay. Let's see. Or actually, is the thumbnail... Yeah, I need to change the thumbnail. All right. I already have art done that I never used that would fit perfect. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna hop back on the stream right now. I want to change the title and so people know it's like a Problem LD stream. And it has to be for an hour. Brainstorm. YouTube is meeting spot. Yes. I'll be on right now. You can come back in an hour. I'll be here. But yeah, let's talk here. All right. I'll see you in a sec.